44 WB Bill.
I can't believe how much music they play.
Your favorite radio station, Big Mama Radio.
And now, our feature presentation.
What you are about to hear may be offensive to some portions of our listening audience. If you are easily offended by references to normal human bodily, social, and cultural functions, please exercise your right to control yourself and stop listening now. That is, tune out, turn off, on, or up, if you're into this sort of thing. And now, for our feature.
Understanding your radio is important. The controls are simple to operate, the most important being the channel selector. The radio should be equipped
with your favorite radio station, Big Mama Radio. You're waking up right now with that Rise and Grind morning show. Man, oh man, oh man. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, good morning and welcome to Wednesday. No, we're not having no, it's not Groundhog Day. Welcome to Wednesday, March 5th, 2025.
I need some audio.
Ooh.
Awesome.
There you go. Got you. No problem. What a weekend, by the way. We'll get into our weekend, but I'm going to go straight right now into the presidential address to Congress. Last night was, if you didn't get a chance to watch it, it was something sort of a WWE match. And there was a Democratic senator removed. Matter of fact, here, let's just go ahead. Here, Trump tells everyone. Hold on, let me go ahead and bring the other audio down. Stand by. All right, here it is. This is Trump telling everyone. Well, let me just let Trump tell you. Hold on, here it goes. Where's my mouse? There it is.
Members of the United States Congress, thank you very much. And to my fellow citizens, America is back. Six weeks ago, I stood beneath the dome of this Capitol and proclaimed the dawn of the golden age of America. From that moment on, it has been nothing but swift and unrelenting action to usher in the greatest and most successful era in the history of our country. We have accomplished more in 43 days than most administrations accomplished in 4 years or 8 years, and we are just getting started.
So that's how it all began, and then it just got a little bit crazy. Trump gets booed big time while talking about winning the popular vote, and this is where it turned into, ladies and gentlemen, we got a Royal Rumble going on right now. Here, let me give it to you.
We won the popular vote by big numbers and won counties in our country. And won counties in our country, 2,700 to 525, on a map that reads almost completely red for Republican.
Well, there you go. That's when you knew it was going to get crazy. And then Speaker Mike Johnson had to actually address the boos and tell the world that you were out of your mind. Here we go.
Members are directed to uphold and maintain decorum in the House and to cease any further disruptions. That's your warning. Members are engaging in willful and continuing breach of decorum, and the chair is prepared to direct the Sergeant-at-Arms to restore order to the joint session. Mr. Green, take your seat. Take your seat, sir. Take your seat. Finding that members continue to engage in willful and concerted disruption of proper decorum, the chair now directs the Sergeant-at-Arms to restore order Remove this gentleman from the chamber.
He was crazy. It was crazy. Like, this was
Wow.
and all these Democrats holding up signs and let me just
I
tell
wonder
you,
who paid for this.
let me just tell you something that's something I know for a fact.
Yeah.
You know, all these signs, look at these signs. If you show these
Came
signs,
out of the sushi budget.
you got Musk
Yeah.
steals, protect veterans, save Medicaid, false, all these different lines, which, by the way, Elon Musk wore a tie last night, and I think you're going to see the man in a tie a lot more after the Zelensky deal.
Yeah.
And all I kept thinking was, like, there's a time and a place, and this ain't it.
No.
And you showed your ass when you ripped up Nancy Pelosi when she ripped up his speech right after he got done, and she looked like an ass clown. This ain't the time to look like an ass clown. And if I was a Democrat, I'd be ashamed. I would be. I would be ashamed.
Yeah.
They didn't stand when they should stand, and
The disrespect.
I get
is
there's a
huge.
chance. Look, I understand when he's like red Republican. Don't stand. You can do whatever you want. Like that, I wouldn't stand for that either. But at the same time, if you're talking about things that actually make a difference, it's okay to make it's okay to say, hey,
I agree
I
with
was
something,
wrong and I
yeah.
agree with him. Like, it's just so crazy.
It's
that we
never
don't-
going to happen because
and
at this point it's just personal to them.
Trump says the border crossings are down. Now, here's something you got to listen to this.
Within hours of taking the oath of office, I declared a national emergency on our southern border, and I deployed the U.S. military and Border Patrol to repel the invasion of our country. And what a job they've done. As a result, illegal border crossings last month were by far the lowest ever recorded, ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
And that is true because when Biden was in office, right before, it was 189,000 people crossing daily. And when Trump last month, his number was 8,000. That's a big difference.
The mood definitely changed after someone was asked to leave. Here is Trump slamming the Democrats big time. He you got to get one in.
This is my fifth such speech to Congress. And once again, I look at the Democrats in front of me, and I realize there is absolutely nothing I can say to make them happy or to make them stand or smile or applaud. Nothing I can do. I could find a cure to the most devastating disease, a disease that would wipe out entire nations, or announce the answers to the greatest economy in history, or the stoppage of crime to the lowest levels ever recorded. And these people sitting right here will not clap, will not stand, and certainly will not cheer for these astronomical achievements. They won't do it, no matter what. Five times I've been up here. It's very sad, and it just shouldn't be this way.
He's right.
He's not wrong.
Right. It's very sad. He went on to let everyone know something. And this is a story that actually has implications after he says the fact. Listen to this.
We have removed the poison of critical race theory from our public schools. And
Which, by the way, critical race theory was eliminated from Florida a long time ago. DeSantis made sure that it was a Florida initiative when I ran 3 years ago. So it's definitely out of Florida schools, but now it's a national initiative.
Signed an order making it the official policy of the United States government that there are only two genders, male and female.
And he went on to elaborate into sports and how it affects. And they were talking about a volleyball girl who was there. I don't have her name. I'm sorry. But when they talked about it, she received a spike from a transgender player who caused her paralysis in her body and never will be able to play the sport again. And it continues even after this has happened and this executive order happened. California is not going to play the game. A transgender high school track star in California recently obliterated her competition by winning a girls' triple jump event by 8 feet. A.B. Hernandez, a junior at Jurupa Valley High School, secured the win with more than a 40-foot jump at the Ontario Relays Invitational meet back on February 22nd. The runner-up managed to jump over 32 feet in the category. Hernandez also took first place in the meet with the high jump, the long jump events. She continued her winning streak this past Saturday when she took home first place in both triple jump and long jump events at the Roosevelt Invitational. According to records, the teen finished nearly 3 feet ahead of the triple jump runner-up and 2 feet ahead of the second place long jump runner-up. Her recent victory sparked a fury online, with critics quickly accusing her of having an unfair advantage. And it is an unfair advantage. And after this State of the Union, he shouldn't be playing women's sports, and that's the fact. And he is taking away NCAA funding for anybody. Look at Matt from First Class Delivery bringing a Dodos in, making it happen on this Wednesday morning. So it continues on, but he did. There's so many. I legitimately, like, we can, like, he even, you want to know why your egg prices are high? This is what Trump says.
Joe Biden especially let the price of eggs get out of control. The egg price is out of control. And we're working hard to get it back down. Secretary, do a good job on that. You inherited a total mess from the previous administration. Do a good job.
I will also say that I believe both parties are guilty of something that they do, and they put the plane into a nosedive on their way out.
Yeah.
So that whoever gets the job has to work harder to
Right.
get it back in line.
Right.
He also talked about Elon Musk, because obviously you saw the Democrat signs that said Musk is a thief or whatever.
And to that end, I have created the brand new Department of Government Efficiency. DOGE. Perhaps you've heard of it. Perhaps. Which is headed by Elon Musk, who is in the gallery tonight. Thank you, Elon. He's working very hard. He didn't need this. He didn't need this. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. Everybody here, even this side, appreciates it, I believe. They just don't want to admit that.
They don't want to admit it because there are people, and I actually have a video locally as well. This is by far, and everyone needs to know this as somebody who has ran in politics and has been knee deep inside the political world.
Yeah.
Let me just tell you, the Doge is going after the money that makes it like profitable to be a politician, because they are slimy. And you know what? Here's the deal. I'm sort of glad I didn't win, because I wouldn't want to be tempted by the slime that's out there.
Oh.
And I can tell you people that I know personally,
Yeah.
right? Who ran for office, who I thought would never be on the take, that I know for a fact that they're on the take now. And it's like you see it and you're like, wow, bro, you're not even trying to hide it anymore.
No, I guess 'cause you
and
just
in
get away
Lee
with
County,
it.
they don't hide it. And I already told you the example. The fact that our Lee County Commissioner, David McCulloch, and his father-in-law, Armor Persons, is on the school board, and now the demo for a school is going to David McCulloch's company. You should be eliminated from your company being able to secure any kind of government contracts once you become a politician. Period.
Maybe that's the reason why they did it.
Right. And then when you have your father-in-law making the call along with your daughter-in-law, like it's just like or your wife is in the state senate. It is definitely something that people need to pay attention to. And they just hired, like, people will go after it. Now, here's the funny. When I ran 3 years ago, procurement and the money is what I went after.
Yeah.
Critical race theory had already been taken care of. All these political points that were being pushed by my party were already fixed by DeSantis.
Yeah.
We didn't have to worry about that anymore. He had already executive ordered those things out. He was like, get out of here with that.
That's their talking points.
Get out. But those were their talking
They're
points.
shockers.
They didn't want to go into procurement. And I got blasted for going after that money. And I got blasted by my own party. And here's something that's crazy. You know what they went after? They went after some tolls that I missed, right? Because my address had changed and the credit card changed. And we had a little issue, but I paid them, right? But they think, oh, man, you ran the toll bridge, right? You got a toll tip. Man, I got 300 tickets. I'll pay them all. I mean, that's just the game.
Yeah.
And then the guy that I ran against that was also a Republican, this dude has out-of-state plates to this day.
Oh.
And you can't be a Florida resident
No, you got
and
10
have out-of-state
days.
plates. So how are you running for office with out-of-state plates? That doesn't make any sense to me. But no one went after him for that. If he runs again, I'll blast him for it.
Yeah, you only
He
have
should
10 days
definitely
to get
enjoy
it.
the sideline.
10 days to get your license and
But
plates registered.
this is something that the Doge system that's going on in our government needs to come down. But here's the problem. Here's the issue. There's a stranglehold in Lee County. There's a stranglehold. You have no power to do that. The only way you could get somebody in with that job is if you found somebody that you would elect that you know would do it and would get some kind of power position to be able to do it.
Right.
But all these guys are making money on the side. Mike Greenwell's one of the biggest contractors in this town. That dude is making money.
Yeah.
All right. And he's dictating where it goes. And all these guys have some kind of hand in their pocket. I don't know. You know, I don't have evidence on everyone, but if I dug deep enough, you could find it. And here's the problem is we got old Republicans in Lee County, old Republicans in Lee County, Florida. And old Republicans only vote based on what they read in the mailers and what they see on the news. And that's it. What they hear on Fox News and what they get in the mailers.
Oh,
Old
okay.
Republicans make their decision based on that 100%.
They don't watch TikTok.
They don't watch. They don't get involved. And they're not
Get
paying
on it.
attention to social media where you would see somebody that I know personally that's going after this.
Yeah.
Like there's one Republican who's like a pit bull that I know, right? And now they think she's a rhino. They're calling her. She's not really a Republican. She's going after us. And she's not going after you. She's going after the corruption. And I'm all for it. Stop the corruption. But here's the problem. No one's going to do that. No one's going to jump in and stop that corruption. It's going to continue to go. I'll get it in a minute. It'll continue to go on and on and on here in Southwest Florida. And I don't think it'll ever stop. Now, I will tell you this. I'm contemplating on jumping in again, but on a different level.
Yeah.
With no intention of winning, but every intention of putting the truth out.
Doesn't that cost a lot of money though to run and do all that stuff?
If you buy all the things, if you get, you know what I'm saying? If you buy 10,000 signs, but just to get yourself on the ballot, not hard at all.
Okay.
Right? And $1,500, you're on the ballot.
Okay.
Right? And then you
can
get,
speak your mind.
right. But then speak
Everywhere.
your mind everywhere. Right. And just let them know, look, I don't have any intention of being elected. I didn't buy any signs. I didn't buy any radio ads, and I don't plan on it. But I will speak at all these events, just so you guys know what you're up against. That's the only reason I want to run. Now, what's crazy, I might get elected.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure I want to get elected.
That would
because
be
I think it's
cool.
an underpaying, underappreciated job. School board might be the worst job on the planet.
I vote for you just so I laugh about it.
Right. That a lot of people will. And that's the thing. And when somebody's like, you should run for a countywide, everybody knows you in a county. Get out of your North Fort Myers area. I was like, no. No thanks. But I think everyone needs to hear it and see it. And I don't think they do. And I think if I would do something like that, like I'm going to run with no intention of winning. Don't vote for me. Matter of fact, don't vote for Jones.
Yeah.
Would be my deal. So you couldn't slander me. I don't have an intent to winning. I have an intent of telling the truth. Because you're not going to hear it from anybody other than a candidate. And that will
You
actually...
just want to be a pain in the ass.
I don't want to be a pain in the ass. I want the corruption to stop.
I want to be your
And I want everyone to just stop for a second and realize what you're doing was wrong.
Yeah.
I'll be your campaign advisor.
Oh God.
We got this.
Oh, bald times two. Here
no
we go.
vote.
Hey, listen, the
A no
bald
vote
thing
for
works.
Jones. A no vote for Jones may be a yes vote for
So-
the county. Maybe.
Getting into our weekend and wrapped it up with Trump. And by the way, he went on talking about taking back the Panama Canal and wanting Greenland. He talked about Now, oh, wait, this is what I want. I do want to play this. This is the final clip I want to play because I think this is an important clip. Here we
I
go.
gotta watch it
Earlier
tonight.
today, I received an important letter from President Zelensky of Ukraine. The letter reads, Ukraine is ready to come to the negotiating table as soon as possible to bring lasting peace closer. Nobody wants peace more than the Ukrainians, he said. My team and I stand ready to work under President
Wait a minute,
Trump's
where's all the Ukraine
strong
people? They should be
leadership
happy right now.
to get a peace that lasts. We do really value how much America has done to help Ukraine maintain its sovereignty and independence. Regarding the agreement on minerals and security, Ukraine is ready to sign it at any time that is convenient for you.
Now is time.
I appreciate that he sent this letter, just got it a little while ago. Simultaneously, we've had serious discussions with Russia and have received strong signals that they are ready for peace. Wouldn't that be beautiful?
You know.
Why aren't they clapping? They've been wearing like Ukraine colors. They've been marching around with Ukraine flags.
Well, here's the deal.
Why are they not happy?
Here's what happened. Do you know what happened with the Zelensky meeting? Do you know what happened prior to that?
Yes, they had the Democrats had
a powwow with them.
Yes, and they told them not to accept anything.
Right. They talked him into being the, hey, bro, you're going to take that from the boss?
Yeah.
You should go in there and tell the boss to kiss your ass.
Yeah, they gave him a coaching.
You ever seen somebody get somebody else fired?
Yes.
Yeah, I've done it.
Right. You push, hey, man, you shouldn't, you're going to take that from the boss, bro? You should go in there and chew their ass.
Oh, it's best when it was the
Dude.
Right. So
when it
they
was the
talked him
military,
into being
Don't let him talk to you like that.
Right. They talked him into being a dumbass. He left, saw the backlash from it. He saw what happened. He follows social media,
Yeah.
and he was like, damn, I got to fix this, and he's going to
an
fix
actor,
it.
so it was like prepping him for like his
He's
role.
an actor.
He is.
Zelensky's an actor?
Yeah.
He's not really the president?
No. I mean, prior to that, his job was being an actor.
All right. I was like, wow.
So that's why he can go in there and perform.
So it was a State of the Union like no other. Like no other. It was by far the biggest and greatest State of the Union ever. More people watched mine than any other one ever. Like it's great ratings. We're going to turn it into a television show.
Just have a show about it. What would that would actually not be bad. Like if he really wanted to, like have like a weekly thing, like Trump's weekly wrap up, and he like just talks about like everything that he did that week, and like shows us like all the stuff. Like have people follow him around. Like give us a quick one. That'll be great. I'll watch it. And then they can't tell me what I have to pay.
Live from 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue.
I'll watch it.
We'll call it 1600.
Yeah.
Right.
And then you
Everybody
follow
will
him
tune in for
around.
it.
They follow him around and they do like TikToks with it. And then like
The
make
whole
it
issue
quick
would be
because I can't spend too much time doing
security. The man has had 2 attempts on his life,
Yeah.
and by the way, there was, I don't know who broke it, but there was a pattern to presidential attempted assassinations, and Reagan was the last attempt, and it was like every 6 years or something, and it was like to clockwork.
Yeah.
And one of the presidents broke it. I don't know which did, but one of them had no attempts, and it didn't happen. Look, let me give you a prediction for 2025, 2026. America is going to see the truth in everything. Truth in the movies, truth in music, truth in politics, because we want it.
Yeah.
We want it.
We're ready for it now.
We're ready for it now. Give us what we need to know because we are ready for it.
Well, I think that the fantasy that we've been living in is kind of like it's too extreme to maintain. You know what I'm saying? Like it was too much. So now you went from like oh, it could have been just a regular drama series to like sci-fi wackadoo stories, you know? So now it's hard for us to follow because we're like, bro, this is way out there. Like we can't deal with this. So that's what's happening. They've had to bring it down, but I hate to say this, but like the Democrats insist on like, no, we still believe there are 57,000, whatever, sexes and all these things. And it's like, everybody's like, but okay, but no, I don't know.
I don't know what Trump has done, but Social Security is not in trouble. My dad just got more money than he's ever got from Social Security in his life. He is he was like, I don't even believe it. Something's wrong. Because
what's happening? Yeah.
Because he's keeping his promises. He's going to take care of the people that he needs to take care of. And I'm excited for the future. And I'm excited for the truth in everything. And you know where the truth in music came from? It started with Cat Williams calling out Diddy. And the Diddy situation is going to explode. And that is going to reveal so much to the world that if they get that, and here's the deal, you won't be able to cover it up if Trump's still president.
Do you think that Hollywood is like our occult? Like, it's just out there. They just dress it up pretty. But I feel like it is. Like, it's everything about it is just so different. Like, everyday people cannot really, like, we try to identify with them and we bond with the movies and all these things that they do. But when you really look down to it, like, slice by slice, we're not the same at all.
I think it's just, is it a cult? Yeah. Is it something is it a different lifestyle and a different commitment to things? Yes. Do I think it's as grimy and as dirty as it gets? Yeah, absolutely. Hollywood and music is horrible.
Yeah.
They need to definitely work on making it right. I think your girl, Pink Pony Club, Chapel Roan, she, which by the way is getting ready to release a new song. I think she put it out there. And I think she's one of the ones that are going to be out there speaking out against it. And I'm excited for it because it's also corrupt. Anybody should have the chance to become a musician. Anybody should have the chance to become an actor or an actress. And they shouldn't have to sell their soul, give their virginity away, or be sexually harassed in any which way whatsoever in order to get it done.
No.
And it's deeper than that. It goes all the way down. It's not just the performers. It goes all the way down.
It's production. It's like the managers.
Even in radio.
Everything.
And it's just, there's a lot. And I'm looking forward to the truth to come out in the world and people opening up. And a lot of it has to do with like what you did, and that's connecting to your spiritual side.
Yeah.
That spiritual side is going to tell you the truth. Because when you get inside that part of your body,
when you open up that eye, you can't shut it down.
I got a great example of what you're on, the journey that you're on, right? When we see spiritual, some people immediately go to God. They think God is what it is.
Right.
All right. But it's the same concept. So it's a spiritual being that opens your mind and cleanses your soul. All right. And it's the same concept. Some people use their own energy to clear their soul.
Their higher self.
And some people find something to put on a pedestal to help them clean themselves.
God,
and
Jesus,
God is
whoever.
a great way to do it. And God is a great person. I love like believe in it, follow it. God has a plan for you. I know God has a plan for me. That's why I kind of slow down before making decisions on anything because I want to know if there's a plan for this.
Right.
Someone asked me to do something recently for a fundraiser, and I was like, well, email me the information because I don't want to react. My first reaction is, look, you're hitting me in my busy season. It would have to fall on an off day.
Yeah.
Could not be on a Saturday. But at the same time, if I'm available, maybe I will do it. So it just comes to that point, and I just hope that everyone finds that moment in their lives, like you did this weekend. Where'd you do this weekend?
So this weekend we went to Miami and we went to go see Tim Morrison, not Jim Morrison, Tim Morrison, and he's from Australia. This was his first stop in his North American tour for Soulflight.
Does he speak with an accent?
Yes, he does.
He's Australian.
He's Australian.
Yeah.
Australian.
Right. Does he have a big knife?
I don't know, but he did have a diggeradoo or whatever.
A diggeradoo?
Yeah.
He did, and say
He
he
had
had
a
all
big
kinds
one.
of stuff. He had all kinds
He had a
of
big
stuff.
That's not a knife. This is a knife.
He had big old horns that were like 12 feet long.
Yeah.
So how many people were there?
I would say, well, he sold out.
Did you make a video of it?
A quick one.
Well,
yes.
then hold on. I want to wait.
Where did
I want to
it
wait.
go?
I want to wait till next hour. Let's wait till next
find
hour.
it.
Okay, cool.
We'll start the top of the next hour with the description of the journey and what you guys did over the weekend. And you went to Hell's Kitchen
We
too,
went
right?
to Hell's Kitchen
Hell's Kitchen was
finally.
Right.
That was cool.
I want to talk about that too coming up in just a little bit. So we'll get all into that today on the show. I'll tell you just real quick, I got to DJ at Fort Myers Brewing for their 12th anniversary. I've never been more nervous in my life.
Why? You do this like a million times like
Right.
a week alone.
So I'm going to go set up. My gig's supposed to start at 3 o'clock. I walk in, and I'm thinking it's going to be like, just getting started at 3 o'clock in the afternoon on a Saturday.
Yeah.
There's 400 people already there.
Oh.
400.
Oh.
Like the largest wedding I've ever done, already there.
Right.
And so I've got to like walk my stuff through the crowd to get it to where I DJ from, right? And I set it all up. And I look around, and now there's about 550 people there, and it's growing out. And they've got a live band going on. And I would call over the guy that owns the place. I don't put his name out there. But I call him out, and he's like, bro, there's going to be like 900 tonight.
What?
By the time you get done, it'll be elbow to elbow for the band tonight. And I was like, really? So he was right. Right to the end, 900. There were people parked down the street into Gateway. There were people parked everywhere. I've never seen anything like it before in my life. And I did a great job. I felt like I did a good job. And I always send a message like, hey, thanks for the opportunity. He's like, bro, great set. You killed it. It was such a great feeling for me personally. Like, because I was so stressed out. So stressed out. And then I did a lot of maintenance on equipment. I've got another piece of maintenance I got to do this week, and then I'll be done. But yeah, it was a great time. I had Is this the journey that you're showing me? This video?
That's Sean after we meditated. The heavy.
Right.
I love this video.
It's one of my favorites.
Look at his face. When you've had an intense meditation and now you're not sure what dimension you're in.
That happens.
that pretty much happened to us this weekend. Like after like 6 hours of it.
And I went to, by the way, and I got about 5 minutes before we had to run to break. So I went to a Savannah Bananas game.
You did?
Have you ever seen these things?
I've seen them on TV, but I've never seen them in person.
This might be one of the coolest things I've ever done. First and foremost,
they dance reggaeton, don't they?
So 2 games back to back in Miami where the Miami Marlins play. Right?
Yes.
And if you Google it right now, it's the 2 biggest crowds they've ever had in that stadium.
Really?
Bigger than any game ever for the Marlins.
That's big.
They did sell out back to back. And there was the Party Animals, which, by the way, this league started in like 2008 or something like that.
Now
or
that's fun
2016. I'm sorry, 2016. This team started. Now there's 4 teams in a league. And they have all these different rules, and it's more fun to watch than regular baseball. And when they score, they come out and do a dance routine at home plate.
I love it.
And they get points if they do trick plays.
Do they still have the Marlins, like little tchotchke thing in the side, like when they hit a home run, it goes off, and like all the dolphins swim around, and then there's fireworks and stuff?
I don't know because it wasn't a Miami Marlins game.
Oh, they didn't turn it on? They should have did that. They should have.
I'm not sure. It's an indoor stadium.
Yeah.
I don't know. No,
I call it a tchotchkes because
I
it looks so weird.
I kept walking. I kept being a part of it. Like it was cool to sit in the seat and watch it, but there were so many people that were into this. Like it was just a phenomenon. And you know what I do. You know what I do, right?
Did you dance?
No, I hung out. I met some people. I got some pictures. I put it up. What a great business model and what a great idea and what something that has really exploded into a business. I mean,
they made baseball fun.
$2.4 million in tickets in one weekend.
Wow.
Let's put this in perspective. You started in Savannah, Georgia, in a minor league ballpark doing backflips for baseballs, traveling around doing minor league ballparks, probably doing it for $15,000, $20,000 a pop.
Yeah.
Right? Now you're making $2.4 million in 9 years in a weekend.
Beautiful.
And then the merch, I don't care where you've gone to go buy merch, what concert you've been to, what sporting event you've been to. There were 300 people in line to get a banana shirt.
Really?
300 people. That's why I got a Party Animal shirt. Because I wasn't waiting in that line. And they won, by the way, so I got the right shirt.
Oh, Party Animals won.
The Party Animals tent was like 2 tents. The Bananas had like 12 tents. Right?
Oh, funny.
And they're owned, I think they're owned by the same people. I don't
probably.
Right. They all have it's called Banana Baseball. And I think it's probably one of the coolest things I've ever seen. That it's like Harlem Globetrotters meets baseball.
I think I would like to go see that.
You would. Everyone
I would. That looks like so much fun. Like the energy of it is just fun.
I can show you. This is. So they got like sort of like cheerleaders and guys who walk around. These are me and the 2 guys.
Oh.
Right? And
like the pep squad.
But then you go and research these guys.
Yeah.
And this suave guy is a wrestler and a champion wrestler.
Really?
And then, all these guys, they're probably the most premier athletes I've ever witnessed and watched in my life. There was a player playing catch before the game. from outfield with a football, throwing it into the 300 level from outfield.
Yeah.
He was throwing it straight up into the 300 level. 75 straight, a 60-yard pass straight up. Like, it's cool if you throw 60 yards out. He's throwing 60 yards straight up. Like, and it's just, it was an event like no other. I want to go again. I want to take the bus again. I want to talk to these guys. I'm trying to give CB Suave I'm trying to get interviews with these guys, and
that would be awesome.
It's a performance.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's a 2-hour show. By the way, it's 2 hours long. They
Really?
started timer.
Really?
It's not like 9 innings.
So it's 2 hours no matter what.
2 hours no matter what.
Okay. All right.
I found a picture of their MVP.
Oh, look at how cute he is.
We went with friends, and they got a little baby, and that little baby was just loving this stuff. It was so much fun for them. It must be different to see them in a smaller stadium because you're so much closer than you could be at a big stadium.
Yeah.
But look how to get there. Watch this. Looking to score some tickets, join the list here. Secure. If you went and looked at their
list.
right, you got to get on a list. Sold out. If you went and looked for them, sold out everywhere.
Wow, they started $35, $35 to $125. That's nothing.
Reasonable.
Yeah.
But even listen, and that's, by the way, $2.4 million is at $35 a ticket this weekend. Not for the $100 tickets. That's just for the $35 ticket. If we're probably closer to $3 million if you start. That was just $35 a ticket. I did the math.
You know what cracks me up?
What?
That you're doing exactly what Sean does.
He
walks into anywhere. He's like, look at how many people are here. $45 a head. Blah 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 blah. This guy made $12,000 today. Like, literally, that's what he does. He just stands
just for the
everywhere
record,
and calculates
I
everything.
make 5-figure checks a month. My goal is to make 6-figure checks in a month.
Oh yeah.
I want to make that. That's what I want to make, and I'm not going to do it until I find something like Banana Baseball.
Oh, it's crazy. Like, there's so many, and there's so
I can't
many
wait.
things.
Sean, don't ever stop doing that. One day you're going to come up with an idea that changes your life.
The Soul Flight guy we went to this weekend, he made between $12,000 and $15,000 in a day.
And he did it twice.
In a day.
2 different ones.
And his expenses couldn't have been more than $1,000.
He rented like the most.
Couldn't have been.
In Miami, the most rundown area that you could possibly where you need a like police escort. Like,
Hold on.
Save
it. I want to hear this whole story coming up after the break. We got to take a quick break. The second hour of BMR is coming up next. Good morning, Bridget. Thank you for joining us on the show. Stand by. More BMR next.
You're listening to the Joshua Tree Stream.
Put your hands up. Put your hands up.
Need your trees trimmed? Call 239-888-6817 on Florida's favorite radio station, Big Mama Radio. Is your yard looking cluttered with dead branches, overgrown limbs, or trees growing too close for comfort? At Joshua Tree Inc., our team is here to handle all your tree care needs. Whether it's shaping, removal, or improving the health and safety of your landscape, we provide free consultations and estimates to find the perfect solution for you. When you're ready to revitalize your landscape, trust Joshua Tree for top-notch, reliable tree care services. Call 239-888-6817 or visit myjoshuatree.com. Let's make your trees and your landscape look their best. We're here to help. They say Southwest Florida is the lightning capital of the world. So it only makes sense that the firm that knows Southwest Florida the best is Lightning Realty Group. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or rent, Lightning Realty Group is a full-service brokerage. They even offer complete management services for your property. So put them to work for you. Lightning Realty Group, taking Florida real estate by storm. 239-201-2951 or lightningrealtygroupllc.com.
Are you tired of endless waits at the auto shop? Frustrated with vague diagnosis and lengthy repair times? Look no further than Leading Edge Auto Care. At Leading Edge Auto Care, we're not just another repair shop. We're a family-owned and operated business, serving Cape Coral since 2009 with trust, expertise, and commitment to getting you back on the road faster. With our 9,000 square foot facility equipped with 7 lifts and cutting-edge diagnostic equipment, we're ready to handle any issue. Minor tune-up, major overhaul, we've got you covered. Our ASE certified technicians use the latest technology to quickly pinpoint solutions, saving you valuable time and money. We only use top quality replacement parts, ensuring your manufacturer's warranty remains intact. Leading Edge Auto Care, where cutting edge technology meets real world experience. Call us today at 239-242-2277. That's 239-242-CARS. Let us get you back on the road faster than ever. Check them out at leadingedgeautocare.com. Leading Edge Auto Care. Trust, experience, and efficiency, all under one hood.
Need a dock or a seawall? Call 844-WB-BUILT or online at WBDocks.com. I'm Jimmy Williamson with WB Williamson Brothers. WB represents the fourth generation of a tradition that began with our grandfather in 1967. It's a tradition of building the strongest seawalls and docks in the industry. So strong that our seawalls come with a lifetime warranty. A lifetime warranty. For the strongest seawalls and docks money can buy, call WB Williamson Brothers at 844-WB-BUILT or online at WBDocks.com.
Your playlist non-stop.
Non-stop hits all day, every day. Every day. Every day. Every day.
The big hits. Big Mama Radio. to the Rise and Grind Morning Show.
I'm about to turn it up.
Heard on Big Hits, Big Mama Radio.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back here. Great to have you guys on the stream with us on the Joshua Tree stream. If you're listening on the app, on Alexa, on iHeartRadio, on TuneIn, or if you're out there watching on X, Facebook, or YouTube, thank you for tuning in to the Joshua Tree stream. It's great to have you guys on this morning. Now, this weekend, and we weren't here yesterday. I had some personal things I had to deal with, but we're back. But we had a pretty solid weekend, and we all had I just got done telling you about my Savannah Banana and Fort Myers Brewing events, and it was a great weekend for me personally. I think it was a solid weekend. I enjoyed myself and had some time with the family and did some good times. But you guys went on the Soul Flight experience with Tim Morrison in Miami with a transformative day filled with peace. All right, give me a little bit of background on what we're about to see here in full screen when we show it, by the way.
So the Tim Morrison, it was one of those Facebook ads that pop up, you know. So and it's funny because the more that we've been doing this journey thing, we're seeing a lot more different ads, spiritual stuff that happens, you know, meditations, all that stuff. So he had a 2-day event, his very first day of tour in North America, because he does this all in Australia, was Miami.
Okay.
And then on Sunday, he was going to go to St. Pete, but we didn't want to do the St. Pete thing and then have to rush back. So we went Friday night, which was when we went and we visited Hell's Kitchen, which was amazing.
Is this just a Hell's Kitchen restaurant?
Yeah.
It's not like where they filmed the show, right?
No.
They do that in L.A., right? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But it was very, like, you walk in, everything was really cool. Like, very, obviously, it's like Biscayne Boulevard, so it's like a nice area of town. We walked in there. When you open the door, there's like a big screen of
Gordon Ramsay.
And he's like, "Hey, welcome to the restaurant. Blah blah blah. I promise we're not going to be yelling at anybody today." Blah, you know, like very like
right, an experience.
Yeah. So
it activates when the door opens.
So you're like, "Oh, well, cool."
So you open a door and it comes on and he talks to you.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it was really cool. And then his whole thing is like, you know, fire motif. Everything has like fire. They had a DJ. I sent you a video.
Right.
There's literally a DJ when you walk in, and he's like playing like this, like.
House music
the whole time, and you're like, okay.
That's a thing in Miami.
Yeah.
You know, you can't. I was telling Sarah, you can't get a brunch in Southwest Florida that has a DJ, but you go to Miami and there's 100 of them
everywhere.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The guy's wearing a turtleneck
Everywhere
and a
we
suit.
went.
I don't know, like they're all like everybody there's like all dressed up, you know. And I'm like, okay, and that was like one thing. I'm like, we're not dressed up. Is it okay? But it didn't matter. They were dressed up. We weren't. And
I managed to get through no matter what.
Yeah, Sean's in like yoga pants. I don't even know what he's wearing.
So it was good. What'd you have?
So of course we had to try the famous
risotto.
Wellington.
The beef Wellington.
Beef Wellington. Did you get risotto?
I didn't see risotto on the menu.
They did. They have a lobster risotto.
Yeah. Okay.
But I'm not a lobster person,
all
so I
right.
didn't get that. I ended up getting the short rib, which was amazing, on like a pancake of potato. It looked like, and it looked like a crab cake, but it was potato.
Well, right on.
And so it was like fried. It was like almost like a big giant fry.
Right.
You know, and then they had the meat on top, and then they have like these little like fried little onions on top and a sauce, and it was delicious. Like it literally
That's awesome.
fell apart.
All right, so the next
good.
morning you got to go out and see Tim Morrison.
Yes.
And
so we get there, and Sean's like, "Hey, well, before we get there, you know, I'm from Miami, so I know areas just by their address. I'm like, ooh, that's not a great place to go, you know. So I'm like, okay, let's get the hotel on the opposite side of town, but not. I know where the division is, you know.
Right. You from there, so you know.
Yeah. So
Right.
I'm like, we're gonna get the hotel here. It's like a 10-minute like car ride. He's like, well, is there anything around there? I'm like, no. Like, you don't want to go to anything there.
Right.
You
It's
just-
hourly, Sean.
Yeah. You have no. You don't even want to know.
Comes with a vibrating bed.
Right.
Let's just say that it's actually been cleaned up a lot from when I used to live there. So we only saw one bum peeing on a building. So
That's solid. Only one bum.
only one.
All right.
I mean, there was a lot
only
of them
one peeing on a building.
peeing on the building.
Oh, okay.
There was more than one bum.
Yeah, normally you see people exposed everywhere there. So
All right.
I was like, all right. So we're like in the middle, like Northwest Miami, and they take us the Uber guy. You can tell he's nervous. He's like, oh, okay, I'm dropping you off here. I'm just gonna drop you off on the other side of the building because I don't even know. Like I want it straight out. So they drop us off, and it looks like a broken down garage. You know, like. You see like the yard dogs everywhere. Like every house has like 15 dogs.
Like
that
a
are out
movie
there.
where they
Yeah,
would do a
you're
drug
like,
deal.
They're like, oh my God.
Right?
Yes.
Where a drug deal would take place in a movie.
Yeah.
All right.
And we
all
may
right.
have actually seen that happen.
Yes,
Okay.
everything's all like spray painted. There's literally TVs that are like smashed in the middle of the street,
Sidewalk.
like from people
Yeah.
fighting. There's like all kinds of stuff.
All
right?
right.
And I'm like,
Check, please. I'm out. It's funny that you went through with it. It would have been the last. that would have been the check for me. I'm out. No, we're good.
I wasn't too worried about it.
I was like, all right. So we make it around. There's like these other girls, and then Sean's like, yeah, we're in the right spot. Look at all the girls in yoga pants. So there's like tons of girls showing up in yoga pants, and they're just like walking around like, where's this place? Where's this? Like freaking out. So we all kind of huddled together, and we walked around the building to where we were supposed to go. So I guess everybody felt a little bit more comfortable because now we were like a little
in
pack.
a group.
Yeah.
Right. You always feel safer in a pack.
Yeah, so we were a little pack, and Sean's the only guy. Everybody else is like, we're
She
like
makes,
following
she
him.
makes it sound like we're on some kind of hell run. It was literally like 100 feet from where we were.
It didn't
dropped
matter.
off. We had to
Everybody
walk
looked scared.
100 feet, and it was just around a little corner.
When you're from Miami, you know. Well, you know, you know.
All right. 100 feet could kill you.
100 feet could kill you, exactly.
Right.
And then you got to jump over a broken TV. So, yes. Yeah, it's a,
It was a flat screen. It was a big jump.
It was a smash flat, whatever.
They're all flat screens now, Sean.
Yeah.
I know.
So we get in there, and I'm like, okay, so then we walk in, and it's like this fenced yard. They have it open, and they have a table, and they have like a backdrop. So, like, of all flowers and stuff. I'm like, okay, we're definitely in the right place, because the only place that's actually pretty and hippie is where this one girl's sitting.
Yeah,
you know?
man.
You know, and I'm like, okay. So we walk up to her, and she's like, yeah, sign in. We have to sign a waiver. And I'm like, oh, okay. So we sign a waiver.
Like a waiver of death? A death waiver?
Pretty
Most
much.
of these things you would end up doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
They tell you about like all the things because the first class is going to be breath work. So like apparently if you take too much oxygen, your body starts doing weird stuff. It's like he called it like you could get like T-Rex hands. Like you start going like this and like kind of like if you get too much oxygen.
I didn't see that happen to anybody.
Are they feeding you pure oxygen?
No,
they're just breathing
They're just showing,
exercises
yeah.
outside.
Right.
All right.
Yeah. And
Inside.
Miami doesn't have pure
Inside
oxygen.
in the
No.
AC.
Right.
And then they tell you, that you can have like different type of experience. You can't have like any like type of like severe mental illness that might get triggered. So you sign the waiver, and I'm like,
So,
okay, yeah, I'm not
Betty had to
schizophrenic or whatever, like all this stuff. So we go in there, and I'm like, okay, this is like the whole thing is creepy. So we walk in, and when you open the door, it was so cool. Like we open the door, the first thing that we get greeted by was like some witch. I guess. I don't know. I just said that. But she's a medicine woman. And she's got like
She's
the
a shaman.
feathers. And she's like doing like the saging as you're
Right.
walking
She's
in.
saging you out. She's
Yeah.
not letting you bring any negative energy in.
So she's like, I'm like, woo, okay.
She's clearing the energy for you walking.
She
Great
was-
idea.
she
Don't
was
bring your
shaman.
negative shit in with
Yeah.
us. Yeah, we don't want that here.
We're like, oh, okay, crap. She was beautiful, by the way. I'm like, she could have been 107. I don't know, but she looked beautiful. So she's doing the thing, and so we walk in. I'm like, okay, cool. And it's funny because I literally had my camera on because I'm like, I know I can't record like through while people are, meditations and stuff like that because then I won't be into it. So I just kind of did like a quick video, and as I walk in, she's doing the thing, and I'm like, oh, what a great shot. Like I literally got her like spraying me down. I'm like, this is awesome. We go in, and the whole thing he's got, it's a big warehouse, right? And he's got these like videos of like really cool, like different types of like visuals, like just like like almost like things that will take you into like a meditation state, like colors, and it's like you're tripping, right? So it's
Right.
like all over the whole
All
entire
right,
building.
so take mushrooms before you go. All right.
Absolutely.
They
can.
actually were recommending
They
that
were
to
recommending
people.
that.
They
Yeah.
weren't selling them or giving them away or anything, but they were talking to a couple people.
Some people were like, yes, some people use mushrooms like microdosing or whatever
Yeah.
to like connect. And then the lady was telling us that there was like different types of like things that you can like either put in your gums or whatever to help you like kind of like not trip, but just be more open.
Right.
I guess they were saying
Okay.
to connection. So I was like, okay, cool. Like we're gonna do this like dry, but thanks. Good to know. So we walk in and we find a spot. The place is packed. Like literally when we walked in, we were like almost like towards the end because it was already full of people.
About
Full.
100 to 120 people.
Okay.
And he's got a stage, and on the stage
How
you
much
could
ahead?
see
It was
I'm sorry.
65.
65. It was 65, and it was actually 45 if you paid for both events. Because
And
there
we
was
did
two
both.
events that day,
All
so
right.
we did both. So
Long
potentially,
day.
$12,000 to $16,000
All right.
for the event for that day.
Yeah, for each one.
So no total.
Total?
That's what it would have been total.
Right.
So he's up there. The guy is super casual. He's like wearing like Fruit of the Loom shorts and like tank top. So I'm like, oh, okay. And Sean's like, oh God, we got a hippie that looks like Jesus. Like what is going on
He did.
here?
He did.
You know?
We meditated with Jesus.
Yeah,
Right
that's
on.
what he claims. And so he has like this little stage that, you know, he puts up, and he's got like, I don't know, like 30 instruments on it. All kinds of weird flutes and the what is it called? Diggeradoo? Rigadoo?
I went up there at a stage afterwards, and I was checking them out, and I started counting, and there was easily 50 different instruments that he was playing.
Yeah, and he's got the guitar. He plays harmonica, everything.
He had at least 10 different harmonicas alone.
Yeah. So the guy is like, he's like really talented. Aside from everything, he's really talented. So when we get up there, he's like really mellow, like super, hey. Well, he tells us a story about how he decided to do this because he did ayahuasca. So he did ayahuasca, and he supposedly connected with Mother Gia and was like, you know, how do I bring like peace and stuff like that back to my community? And, you know, this was something that he wanted to do because he was actually, he said it helped him because he was suicidal, and that's why he did it. And he had like a lot of like, you know, depression and things that were affecting his life. And so that's how he came up with this. I believe it. I believe people see something that changes their life. Because after
my life was miserable. I came from a 1-bedroom apartment and was suicidal. I jumped off 7 bridges and overdosed 9 times, and then I found my spiritual side.
And I'm here today to teach you for $65.99.
Right. Right.
Hey, bro, whatever works.
Whatever works, right?
And so
I got peace now. I got a bank account.
And him and his wife do it together, and they have a little 2-year-old little daughter. So it was actually pretty interesting. So people really connect with this guy. He's like very like mellow.
So you didn't smoke anything, or
no? That was.
What about the white pepper?
Oh,
the witch doctor got me after the event, after the first, because we went to 2 events. So it was like they were like back to back with like an 2-hour break in between.
Same guy.
The same guy, but they were different.
They were different
things.
Right.
And then in between, that's when I met the witch doctor, and she blew this ash powder in my face and up my nose, and it felt like white pepper. It was rough.
You didn't feel anything from it besides like being maced? That's what it sounds like.
Right.
That was the overwhelming sensation.
That you were maced.
But her claim was it would give me clarity during.
When you were in the military, did you have to do the CS chamber?
Yes, I did.
Is it anything like the CS chamber?
It's a slightly dialed down version of that.
Oof.
Yeah.
But you know, her claim was that it would help give clarity during the next meditative session. It wasn't to get high. It wasn't to get high or anything like that. I don't know for sure. All I could think about was my white pepper in my face. So maybe.
Damn, my eye burns.
Damn.
Maybe.
So we go into the first session is just breath work. It's the breathing and stuff and connecting and listening to the music, and then he does like a guided breathing, and that went on for like 2 hours. There was some people that got really emotional. There was people that were journaling. There was people that were crying. There was people that were laughing. I mean, there was a big thing. I was just chill. I was just like in the vibe. I liked the vibe that was going on. No, I didn't cry. I didn't cry that one.
Cried.
You're confusing the 2 classes.
The second class.
I know exactly what I'm talking about.
Okay.
So I was like totally like vibing with it. It was cool.
Okay.
Second class, they give us like a 2-hour break before his next show or whatever you want to call it, session. So we go and we actually stopped at Pitbull's down in Northwest Miami. It's called the House of Mac, and it is really good.
That was very cool.
Really good.
The chef was on with. He's been on Rachel Ray a bunch of times.
Yeah.
Is it all mac and cheese?
Different mac and cheese. We had nachos.
We had mac and cheese nachos.
Yeah, we had all kinds of different stuff.
They were good. They were not like any nachos you'd ever had before. Right?
It was like the cheese sauce from the nachos. I mean, the cheese sauce from the mac and cheese doctored up to be with like the Mexican stuff in it. You know, like It was really good actually. So we went there. We had like a quick like little lunch and stuff because there was really nowhere to go and we didn't have a car. And I'm like, we don't want to walk too much in this area because it's a little scary, you know. So we found like the main road, and then the House of Mac was there, so that's where we went, and that was actually good. I gave him a review and everything, and it was really good. And everybody there was really cool. Like the guy's like, "Hey man, welcome home." Like when you're walking in the door, you're like, "Hey, thank you." You're like at first you feel like you're gonna be a little bit out of place. Like this is like these people are gonna be like, "Get out of here," you know. Yeah. But everybody was so nice.
Yeah,
like
that's good.
So nice. They're like, "Welcome home. What do you want to eat?" And then he comes around like midway through, like when we're eating. Yeah, like super cool. It was like really nice.
Mr. Worldwide.
Yeah. And then
y'all with the Worldwide Mac?
And then he says I had a twin in there, which I was like, I was like, it's just because we're Hispanic. People think we look alike, but we don't. But thank you, though. Thank you for thinking that we are.
Well, show us the video. Show us the video.
Yeah.
I want to see the video. Is this a video of both days combined into 45 seconds?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just kind of like, because I didn't want to film too much while people were there. A lot of people were having private moments. But that's where we stayed. And so that was kind of like us getting ready. That's the pretty wall that she had in the middle of the ugliness. And that's the witch's table with all her stuff. There she is. I keep saying witch. She's a mental. She's a shaman. I mean, this place is hot. Like, everybody brought them journaling or, just like coming in and talking about their experiences. There he is.
Yeah. And then the next day, we have everybody take LSD.
Yeah, and that's all his tour is.
Oh, he's going to my hometown. Go
Yeah.
back real quick. Go
He's
back.
going to Ohio for sure.
Right. Yeah, I saw that. He's going to Dayton.
There he is.
In Dayton. It's Spiritus. He's in Dayton 2 nights in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that.
So Spiritus is the breathing one.
Oh, Spiritus. All right.
And then the second one that we did was actually a cocoa ceremony. So they do like it's like a hot chocolate, but like an earthy hot chocolate.
With dirt in it.
It's
a hot chocolate with dirt in it.
And then
that's what it tastes like.
It was really like, it's more about the ceremony.
Did
than
you
anything.
experience anything other than peace?
Yes.
Okay.
So at the end, the one that he says I was crying in the second one was like after we did the whole thing and we're listening and we did the cocoa ceremony and we were just basically asking, God, to fill us with, good things and blah, 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 and going up the chakra, all this stuff. So at the end, like he goes into like a meditation and he, for some reason, he started talking about the inner child. But before he started about the inner child, he was saying, pick someone in your mind that you feel that you've wronged, that you feel that maybe you need to connect to a little bit more and have that person be in front of you. So you pick a family member, a friend, or whatever.
Right.
And then you're like, okay, so then he starts guiding you about like, express to them how much they actually mean to you. Tell them that he's like saying it, tell them that you love them. Tell them that you are sorry for the things that may have caused them sadness. Tell them that you're sorry to ask for forgiveness for the, blah, blah, blah. So you're going through it and you're like, wow, yeah, like this is really powerful. And he was like, now you imagine that person like giving you a hug. And then now they're telling you they're sorry for their reactions to certain things or the way that you felt that they wronged you. And it was very healing, right? And then all of a sudden he says, now imagine that person starts morphing into a version of you. Now you see you. And then he starts kind of taking you back and saying, now you see a child, you see yourself as a child, whatever age that is, wherever you felt the most hurt and how you felt like you couldn't protect yourself or you did certain things to actually protect yourself that might have neglected you and blah, blah, blah. So he starts walking you through this. And all of a sudden, like, I just broke down into tears because if you remember when I did the Kundalini, one of my visions was meeting myself as a child, was
right.
that interaction. And now coming into him doing this of like, wait a minute, and now you're asking for the forgiveness in the way you're talking to each other. And then he says, and now you're hugging this child, and now the child is morphing into you. Now you're becoming one where it should be, and that was very powerful for me because to me it was like the closing, it was almost like the resolution of what I needed from the first one. Like the first one, like I saw you, I know you're there, I know you're hurt, I'm sorry, and I didn't know what to do with it. And now this was like, okay, now let's take it to the second level, and now you are one. You are.
How many people that are at these events, in your opinion, are on the same journey as you, or they're damaged, lost souls?
Oh,
it's amazing because as we started this, those people seem to find us.
Yes, and
those
they will
people
talk
do.
to us.
Like, I mean, we'll literally be on the beach somewhere, and all of a sudden somebody will come up and start talking to us about something, and we're like, what drew you to us to come and talk to us and use the words "the journey" and starting a conversation with the two of us?
Mm-hmm. Happens to us
what
now
are
everywhere.
the odds of that? And it's just all over the place.
So when are you going to have your first event?
I know, right?
Right.
I'm around with all these guys and get it going. Yeah. It was very intense. I thought it was beautiful. I thought that
I love that you found this passion. I think I'm a little envious of it. It's like something, because it's a passion that you found, that you're passionate about, that is also kind of, it's like a 3-level tier. Like you're making a podcast about it and you're documenting it all, and that's going to become profitable in one day in the very near future. but at the same time, you enjoy it.
Mhm.
It clears negative energy. It's
100%,
it's
yeah.
healing. It's opening that I don't want to call it a third eye because that's not what I'm talking about. It's going to open up what's funny is when Sean keeps showing this video of this guy when you don't know what dimension you're in, right? When you see that guy and you're like, show this guy on the screen real quick.
That was me at the end.
When you had an intense meditation, you're not sure what dimension you're in. What's crazy is this guy probably actually can see the other dimension.
He can see
And
everybody.
that's why he's like, where the F am I? Because once you see it, that's your reaction. Just so you know, once you're able, I've identified and this makes me sound crazy, and a lot of the stuff you'll do on the journey,
Yeah.
I've sort of semi-experienced in life because I've kind of always been on a spiritual guided tour of life. That's what I kind of call what I'm on, right? I'm spiritually guided by different spirits and beings and human beings. Like people guide me. I'm guided.
Yeah.
I think my whole life is guided. I believe that 100%.
And you should.
And the time that I've saw the other dimensions was the most intense thing I ever had in my life. And I looked like that guy. And when I came out of that moment and you no longer saw the dimension, I was all like, I know it's there. Like I know it's here now.
Yeah.
And I know there's layers of dimensions and everywhere we're at. So as you sit here, there are layers. The dimensions sit in front of you and you are on, say, level 6.
Yeah.
And you can go to a higher dimension, level 7, level 8. And some people, and this is a true story, can go into dimension 9 and then come back to 6, or go into dimension 9 and come back to 5.
Yeah.
They can go to they can travel interdimensionally and be able to do this. This is something that some people have mastered. I know somebody who is really about finding this level of dimensions. And when you get to what's called the golden, and what's crazy, Trump calls it the golden era.
Yeah.
All right. So gold is a spiritual color.
Mm-hmm.
And gold is the ultimate clearness. Like when you have gold, you're clear.
Right.
I feel like he has somehow experienced this before. Because when you want to clear your energy, what you imagine is a spiral of gold energy coming down onto you, almost like a tornado. And you bring that down into you, and you'll vision it in your mind, and it'll come in, and it'll exit out all the negatives. And it's very weird. It's something that I've learned.
And that's funny
But-
because in the soul flight, that was one of the things that we had to
Imagine
envision.
the gold coming down.
Yeah.
And a clockwise.
Yeah.
Right.
So we were like,
And did he explain don't let it go counterclockwise?
No.
Right. So you got to make sure the gold in your mind when you're coming down is clockwise, and use it in your mind. Like look at the clock and be like, all right, I'm bringing it down. It's clockwise. It's going the right way, because counterclockwise can be counterproductive. I love that you're on this journey.
Yeah.
So Gary Spivey is a great friend of mine and someone who taught me how to be he didn't teach me. I think just hanging out with him and doing multiple events with him and having him on my show every week and being that connected to him has made me the empath, but it also made me go on different journeys to find where I'm at, to find out where I'm connected. Like there's sage in my house right now on my back patio. There's always you may not know that, but I keep a piece of sage on my back patio.
Funny. I
So-
just changed Sage's house yesterday, so we're good.
Absolutely. You almost have to.
Yeah.
Because you legitimately can go here
Yeah.
to one of these things that you're going to, and I
Yeah.
love this. Like, I can't wait to go with you guys. I can't wait to have some free time to go on one
Yes.
of your things with you. Because these are the type of things where someone could clear their negatives and it could jump on your back.
Right.
And you could bring it home. So clearing your saging you after you come home from this is a great thing. You should sage everything. You should sage your car before you leave. Like, you should sage
I
everything.
woke up yesterday morning. She saged me. I
was
don't
laying in
even know
bed.
what's going on yet. Yeah.
You feel negative today.
Like, I don't know what you're doing, but I ain't going nowhere. I'm staying right here.
You know, I'm
smoked them out.
You know, I want to encourage you to really go all in. Like you didn't take, like, we're cool. We're not gonna do drink it, take it,
Do
eat
it.
it, all of it,
Go all of it, do all of it.
do all of it.
Drink me, eat me like Alice in Wonderland.
Absolutely,
Be like, yeah.
guys. That's the truth.
Yeah.
So Alice in Wonderland, the theory of Alice in Wonderland.
She's tripping.
Mhm.
No, she was
is
connecting,
she was connecting. Like that took her into where life really is, and this is where we're at. Now go on back to your fake reality world if you want, but that's fake.
Yeah.
This is what's real.
Yeah.
And once you do that, oh my God, you're gonna come in here and I'll see it in you.
Yeah.
Right? Because you'll have answers.
The world will change.
So you're on a quest to find an answer, are you not?
Yes.
Yeah.
What's the question?
The question is,
what is enlightenment?
What is enlightenment?
Okay. You're on the quest to find it. For me, it was a combination.
Yeah.
I said there's a combination I'm missing here that's going to take my business to the next level. I was missing that. Like there was and I call it a combo because that's when I went into my spiritual guided meditation.
Yeah.
That's what I asked for. I was like, I think it's like a combination. I don't know how to explain it to you, but please help me.
Yes.
And they showed it to me. And I was able to say it, and somebody was with me and wrote it down. And that number became very powerful within what I do now. And I realized that I found it through that. So when this
you do connect in a very different way, I'll tell you that. And this is just me. Like I don't need anybody to believe me or whatever. But for me personally, my little markers that I've been putting out of like if this is happening, if this is the right thing, are being met. They are literally being met. Like I'm asking for specific things. Like when we went to the mind travel, I asked for specifically.
Like
for
should I keep
White
doing
Rose.
Big Mama's morning show every day?
Right.
Like,
You know what I'm saying?
If he comes in and says what? Yeah, do it.
So, like, that was one of the things. The other things is like my dreams have like kicked up into like overdrive. Like I am literally dreaming and spewing things out. Like the minute I get up, I'm like, this.
And you've transcended since you started doing this, and
100%.
Right. That's the greatest. By the way, this is my favorite. That's my favorite thing to do in the world.
Intuitive.
I love when my body gets there.
I'm literally like, and I'm like, man, either my guessing is getting really good, or I'm really starting to feel like very intuitive. Like I'm doing like different things that we'll sit down and we'll be like, okay, you got to pick which one is this person going to pick, and I'll say it's that one, and it happens. And it's like consistently, like 6 times in a row, not like, you know, and not like once and then like 5 misses. Like I'm literally getting a lot of different things like that, and I don't know if it's like. You know, and then of course I get nervous or I freak out and I'm like,
well, don't
no,
freak
I can't
out.
do it. I can't do it.
Let me see how good you are. Here is my Hard Rock Bets app. I'm gonna
Damn. Let's just go ahead and pick some.
Pick 5 games. I don't care. Any 5 you want betting. We're gonna put 100 on and see where it goes.
Imagine I win everything. But yeah.
Have you stopped playing the lottery?
No, I still have my tickets there that I have to go cash in.
You're missing it. But you guys. That was a certified, and I saw that word. That was a certified sign.
Yeah.
Like you have to find the $70 million lottery and win it.
Yeah.
It's out there for you. You have to find the number. It's the number. Like I tell you, the number
70,
is very
yeah.
powerful. The 70 is the number. Find that 70. That 70 is the number. Yeah. It may not be a lottery win. It may be some other big win, but 70 will be the number.
Right.
And numerology is big to me too. So I love all of this, and I'm so
Crazy,
that's why I come in that's why I come in after your weekend. I'm like, all right, let's spend a segment of the show telling me all about it.
What happened?
This isn't for them. This isn't for you. It's all for me.
Right.
Well,
And I want everyone to know it. The storytelling is all just for me. All right. I don't care what you guys. If you find it interesting, irrelevant. Angie, good morning. I haven't forgot you, Angie. Just so you know, I just had a curveball in the last 48 hours twice. I am the king of curveballs. I play for the New York Yankees, and I am knocking every curveball you throw me out of the park, bitch. Keep throwing them. I mean, in general. I'm sorry because it's been crazy. Like my world has been. Oh, we're gonna throw this at you, and I have to be able to navigate that. And luckily, I'm doing well, and we're getting there. And this is it. This is the month, by the way. This is my month. I firmly believe it. I felt the clearing of an energy. I felt the opening of the moment, and I'm like, we're here. We've made it here.
Yeah.
And it's just been great. Like I think it has a lot to do with what you're doing. So you can only bring positive energy in. Like that's what's going to happen. You're going to go to these things, and you're going to bring that positive energy back, and it's going to be so great.
I feel like
I can't wait to take the bus on one of your journeys. That's what we got to do.
Oh, that would be amazing.
That's what we got to do. We got to. I want to take the bus to a Bananas game now. Now I got. You know what's funny is now I've got all these. What's funny is I'm going to find the answer to something else. There's got to, and I'm going to be as real with everybody as I can. There's something that's not quite connected with BMR. It stays alive, and thankful to all of our sponsors and everything. We don't have to shut the doors. But at the same time, there's something I'm missing.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
And I've redesigned it a couple times. Musically, I've redesigned it. Music is irrelevant on this station. I know that for a fact. And the reason I know that is because no one goes to Big Mama Radio to listen to the music. They go there to watch us and listen to us. So at the same time, the music is irrelevant. So if it is really irrelevant, because look, if I told you right now, Betty, we're going to listen to your favorite song.
Yeah.
Where are you going to go get it?
I just go look it up on my Apple
Music.
Yeah.
That's where everybody goes.
Yeah.
Everybody. Or Spotify.
Yep.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody. So I'm trying to find the answer to how I redefine this and still make it a profitable business where it's not, I was telling the story. It pays all its bills, but it's not paying us any money yet, and we needed to start paying us money. So we're trying to figure out a way. I think there's a way to make that work, but I can't find that. So your mission has now put me on my mission, and now I'm going to go through talk to my shaman and see if I can get a moment with him to find the answer to this as well. Because if I can find this answer, it'll change my life altogether. Like, this is by far the one puzzle that I have not completed, and I feel like I'm missing a piece.
Tommy's here.
Tommy's here.
That's one of the things that I feel like right now with everything that we're doing is not only by sharing our experience, that it will encourage other people to follow what they feel is that they have to either search in a little bit deeper or try to find more information about, or find help that they want to get to the next level of whatever they're looking for. So you just satisfied one of my goals by saying that, because that's one of the purposes of why I'm doing this, is to help other people not be afraid,
absolutely,
or not neglect yourself in that way either, because that's a lot of neglect.
This man coming in with his Starbucks iced coffee.
Yeah, one of the things I would say about it, because I'm always interested in like the spiritual experience side of it and things like that. But even if I don't get that, I get great stress relief. I get great relaxation. I get great clarity. I get so many side effects.
That might be what you're there for.
Right. It may be, but I'm saying at a minimal, that's what you're going to get.
Right. And that's great. That's what it's about.
I've had other experiences at these things as well, not just that. But I'm saying in worst case, like this thing this weekend, I didn't really connect with anything. I didn't feel like it was a spiritual experience. I feel like it was more mental entertainment almost. But it was rest, it was relaxation, it was stress relief, it was clarity, it was clearing.
And with nobody calling you about fixing their shit.
Exactly. And I had nothing else to worry about. Even if you go and that's all you get, that's still something significant.
Oh, I'm a firm believer in that. It's all about routines and the way you make things work. We are let's do this. I love that we spent this segment talking about the journey. We didn't even get into the show prep. But let's take a quick break. Because Tommy's here, I want to play this hour's spots. So we're going to play this hour's commercials. Then we'll come straight out of that right into Tommy. So hold on. We are about 4 minutes away from Tommy Bohannon and the Financial 15. Stand by.
You're listening to the Joshua Tree Stream.
You guys always play the hits.
On Florida's favorite radio station, Big Mama Radio. Hey, Southwest Florida, are you tired of daydreaming about that perfect backyard oasis? Well, wake up and smell the sunscreen, because Custom Pools by Design is here to turn your pool dreams into a splastastic reality. From picturesque Punta Gorda to breathtaking Bonita Springs, we've got the sunshine state covered like SPF on a summer day. Our in-ground custom pools are like the MVPs of backyard beauty. And don't forget to ask about the exclusive marble decking. And guess what? We've got spas that are hotter than a jalapeno in the Florida sun. Soothing bubbles, anyone? Here at Custom Pools by Design, we're not just building pools, we're crafting outdoor masterpieces. We'll work with you to create a backyard wonderland that even your neighbors will want an invite to. What sets us apart? The exclusive use of PebbleTech pool interiors. Custom Pools by Design, family owned and operated for 20 plus years. And don't forget to check us out online at custompoolsbydesign.com. Swing by our showroom at 1007 Southeast 12th Court in Cape Coral. Call Custom Pools by Design at 239-573-4439 and dive into the details. Custom Pools by Design, where your backyard dreams take the ultimate plunge. plunge. Let's make a splash, Southwest Florida. Looking to take your hockey skills to the next level? Welcome to Razor Edge Hockey Academy's 2024 high-tempo skills training. Running from September through May, this program is designed for serious players who want to elevate their game. Each day at Razor Edge Hockey Academy is packed with comprehensive training. On the ice, you'll master the essentials: shooting, edge work, body contact, stick handling, and body positioning. It's all about refining your skills to gain that competitive edge. But we don't stop there. Off the ice, train with the elite coaches of D1 Training of Fort Myers. You'll enhance your strength, speed, and agility. Everything you need to dominate on the ice. Plus, for our student athletes, Florida Sports Virtual Academy is here to empower you to reach your full potential. At FSVA, we dedicate ourselves to providing a safe, supportive community with exceptional academic excellence. Get their details at fsvaacademy.com. Are you ready to push your limits and redefine your game? For all the details and to secure your spot, visit FloridaWarriorsHockey.com. Spots are limited, so don't miss out. Razor Edge Hockey Academy. Cutting edge training, champion results.
Need reliable delivery? First Class Delivery Service is here for you. With a trusted professional team, we provide on-time, ethical delivery with the same driver every time. Call us at 239-785-7606. Fully insured and always going the extra mile. We handle the driving so you can focus on what matters. For delivery, you can count on call 239-785-7606. Let First Class Delivery simplify your life by picking up the things you don't have time for. First Class Delivery Service, your trusted partner on the road.
Are you ready to turn your construction dreams into reality? Introducing Titan Contracting, your ultimate construction partner in sunny Florida. From their humble beginnings as a family-owned business in North Fort Myers, Titan Contracting has soared to become your master team of skilled contractors. They specialize in roofing, plumbing, electrical work, and remodeling. A one-stop solution for all your construction needs. At Titan Contracting, they're not just builders, they're creators of comfort, architects of aspiration, and engineers of excellence. Imagine a roofing project that stands strong against Florida's unpredictable weather. Picture flawless plumbing that flows seamlessly. Envision electrical work that illuminates your space with brilliance. And don't forget about their expert remodeling services that transform your vision into reality. Ready for the next step? Call today, 239-791-8225. Or check them out online at yourtitanteam.com. Whether it's a commercial project or your dream home, Titan Contracting is your trusted partner, committed to delivering excellence from start to finish. Titan Contracting, building dreams, one project at a time.
Now,
Playing big hits. Big Mama Radio. with NFL superstar and financial planner Tommy Bohannon.
Hey, money, money, hey, money, money, hey.
Are you ready for retirement? Do you need cash? Because your financial future starts now.
Bang, bang, bang. Let's get it.
On Big Mama Radio.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. Great to have you guys on the show with us today. As joining us now in studio, ready to talk finance and how to make no money into some money, our good friend Tommy Bohannon. Tommy, good morning. How you doing?
Good morning.
Today?
Good morning.
Great to have you on the show today.
Good to be back. It's been a while.
It has been a while. It has been a while. You've been a busy man. I
was up in Georgia last week. That was fun.
What did you do in Georgia last week?
I just had some doctor's visits for the NFL disability stuff and all. We do like annual checkups, and they had to fly me up to Atlanta, so that was fun.
Oh,
cool. Oh, there you go. Did you have lunch while you were in Atlanta?
Yeah.
There you go.
At the airport.
Sometimes the best food you can get in a town. I always say you can sample a town by their airport. Like if you go through Philly, Chicky and Pizza's in Philly.
Yep.
That's one of the greatest restaurants you ever go, and it's in their airport.
Really?
Now, you can't get the crab legs at the airport, but you can get their crab fries, and they're world famous. They serve them at the stadium, they serve them at the airport, and it's one of the places. So I always say, sometimes you get some of the best food.
I just went to the Sweetwater Brewery in the...
Only place I ever get is... the place that I always get at the airport that I never get to go to is Bojangles.
Bojangles.
I always go to Bojangles when I'm in the airport. Oh, they got a Bojangles. Let's go there.
Dude, when we were traveling up the coast and we were in Maryland and Delaware and all that stuff.
They're everywhere.
Every two feet there was a sign, Bojangles coming up. Bojangles up next exit. Bojangles.
Right.
Bojangles. I'm
Did you eat?
what?
Did you go there?
I didn't go, but I was like, this Bojangles must be popular.
Bowberry biscuit.
I went to a new restaurant here in Southwest Florida.
Where?
Over the weekend. And it's called Huey Dewey's or...
Oh, is it the chicken tender place?
Yeah, what's it called?
I don't know. Right there by
right.
Firehouse
Huey,
and all that.
Right. Huey... Hold on. I'll look
Huey,
it up.
Louie, and Dewey? Like the ducks?
Huey Magoo's.
Oh.
Is it good?
Fire.
Really?
So when you go
went there yesterday, but I went to Firehouse.
So when you go there, it says Huey Magoo's on their cup, and it says the filet mignon of chicken.
Okay.
And it's just chicken strips and salads. And
Yeah.
But it was delicious.
Really?
Like the chicken strips. Now, I'm going to tell you now, if you like a cream-based dipping sauce, then get the Magoo sauce. All right? It's cool. It's good.
Yeah.
But if you want get the sweet heat. The sweet heat is where it is. I will eat chicken tenders and sweet heat sauce from there any day of the week. Anytime anybody wants to go, let's go.
Them in the sauce too?
Yeah. And they have banana pudding.
Really?
In like a cup. And
that
it
looks
was
pretty good right there.
And it's fire. And you get a piece of Texas toast and crunchy fries. Now, if you want my own personal opinion, get the fries unseasoned, add the salt when they come out. They put like a peppered seasoning on their fries. Not my thing. I like my fries just salt. I don't like seasoned salt on them. I don't like any kind of thing on them.
Kind of like a Checkers fry? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's fire. And I enjoyed it. It was Izzy's idea.
Really?
And I was like, let's go to lunch. And she's like, all right. So we went to lunch. It was the day before yesterday. And I picked her up from after school. We went, and she was like, let's go to Magoo's. And I was like, all right. And it was great. And what's crazy is it's hot with the teens. The teens
Really?
know it. Well, they live off chicken strips.
Oh, yeah, it's true. That's what they...
Yeah.
Like teenagers live off of chicken
You
strips.
could take them to any
I actually
restaurant.
pulled my daughter
And
aside
toddlers.
yesterday and I said, hey, are you going to eat anything besides a fried chicken strip the rest of your life? Like open your palate. It doesn't have to be Dad. Because I make steaks once a week, right? And it's either a ribeye or a fillet. I kind of alternate them. I like ribeye. The wife likes fillet, so I alternate.
She doesn't like the fat.
Huh?
She doesn't like the fat.
She doesn't like the fat. I like the
Me
flavor.
either.
It's a way better flavor. And I really trim my ribeyes down on the edges, so you don't get that big chunky
Gristle.
fat.
I
I
don't
take
like
that
the
gristle.
I
out.
always do like 1.5 inches, and so we share one ribeye.
Right, us too.
And so I'll just cut the pieces around that she wants, and
Right.
then I'll eat the fat.
Right, exactly. That's basically what we
That's
do.
a good way to
I
do
actually
it.
got in trouble because we do the same thing with filet, and she ate hers, and she's like, last night she was like, I need to get a chance to eat you after steak night. I was like, what did I do wrong? She was like, well, you gave me a baby portion of some steak that wasn't cooked to my liking. And then when I get up and I'm done eating, you got a half a steak sitting up there that's exactly like I want. But I've already eaten now.
Yeah.
And I was like, you could have eaten more. It's okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I always do that. Is this good? You want more?
Yeah.
So I've been trying to talk Izzy into eating steak because, I didn't eat steak till I was 26.
Yeah.
I was 26 years old the first time I put a piece of steak in my mouth. Because I did, well, not the first time. I tried it before and didn't like it. And then my stepmom was like, you haven't had the right steak.
Yeah. And it's true.
And it's true. And I make a mean-ass steak. I have been taught how to cook a steak properly by a runner-up of Master Chef.
Breaking news.
And he taught me exactly how to do it in person so that I could always make a great steak. I make a mean steak. A mean steak. If it's just 2, you ask me to cook 6 steaks, I'm fucking one of them up. All right? I can't. If you want 2 steaks, I'm good. You ask me to cook more than 2, 3 of them are going to be raw.
Right.
I don't even put them on the grill anymore. It's all
in the pan for me too. Well, that's what I got. I kept saying, well, someone bought me Bill Dobman. I did an event one time with Bill Dobman, and he sends me over 4 Kobe beef fillets for the show to make for everybody on the show, right? So I said, everybody come over tonight. We're going to have these steaks, right? So everybody comes over. And that's where I learned. I called Derek and I was like, bro, I got 4 Kobe. I got $400 worth of steaks here, and I got to figure out a way to not fuck them up. Can you help me out real quick? And he's like, yeah, man, this is what you got to do. And that's when he taught me, keep them off the grill. Put them in a pan, cook them for 6 minutes, put some rosemary and some garlic and some butter in there, flip it over, and throw it in the oven at 400 for 5 minutes. And it's done.
Yeah.
Really?
He goes, don't overthink a steak. So many people do.
For sure.
Nice.
I've started using beef tallow to start. Works perfect.
Beef tallow is my new jam. Do you use it to fry anything? Do you not
I
use
make my own because if I get like a brisket or anything like that, I'll trim all the fat, then just render it down.
Really?
Yeah, it's super easy. Put it in a crock pot. All the fat that you trim everything off of, throw it in a crock pot for 6 hours, beef tallow, and then just strain it.
Really?
We
Steak and Shake now does their fries like that. They just
because
announced it.
Because we're learning through the transparency of the world that vegetable oil and shortening is bad for you.
Yeah.
And beef tallow is not great for you, but it has many health benefits.
Well, and they were putting a lot of extra chemicals to make it taste like beef tallow instead of using it.
We don't use oil at the house anymore. We don't use shortening at the house anymore. We buy tubs of beef tallow off of Amazon, and it's like $60, and we get this massive tub of it.
Really?
And
you fry everything in it.
They
And
now
we fry-
sell it at Publix and everything. 'Cause
Right.
Forever it wasn't there, but now it's coming back.
Now, now, don't get me wrong. If I had my way,
Yeah.
like I wasn't worried about dying soon, I would fry everything in half lard, half vegetable oil. Half, 50-50.
Dang.
It's a secret not a lot of people know. It makes this flavor like you've never had in your life. And I used to fry hamburgers in 1.5 inches of that shit. And you talk about
my arteries are hard.
Right. You talk about killing your ass.
Slowed a little bit just hearing you talk about it.
Why is this so juicy?
Right. Right. So the beef tallow, you want to have something delicious. Let me tell you how I got introduced to beef tallow. First and foremost, when you put it in something, it's going to stink a little bit. You got to get used to that funk. There's a little funk.
A funk?
There's a little funk. There's a little smell.
Might be getting some bad stuff.
No, there's a you smell it. You'll smell it. Just trust me. There's a little funk to real beef tallow. All right.
Now, when you say funk, are you talking like?
It just has a little bit of a different smell. Not like a stinky smell. It has a little bit of a. It doesn't smell like oil.
A gamey?
Right. A little
gamey?
gamey. That's a good way to put it. A little gamey, right? But so Conway taught me this. I took potato chips, took my slicer, made potato chips, soaked them in water for 45 minutes, salt water, pulled them out of that, and dropped them into that beef tallow.
Yeah.
That might be the best potato chip I've ever eaten in my life. And I made them at home.
When are you doing this again? Because that sounds delicious.
All right, I'll do it again. I'll let you know.
Like
I'll let you know.
amazing.
I'll let you know. We don't fry a lot. We're on a mission to try to save our lives. So we've tried to stay away from too much frying and tried to eat in the house more. Because
that's what we're trying to do now. You just eat at home. Like
Right.
we used to go out like all the time.
the problem with me going out is I don't know how to eat healthy out.
No, because you're
The only
out.
time I know how to
hard.
eat healthy is lunch. I will go to Jason's Deli for lunch every day.
I can't go out and be like, oh, I'm
gone
going to go to
downhill,
this
though.
nice Italian restaurant to
Jason's
have a
Deli's gone
salad.
downhill.
They
It really
changed the
has.
brand. Did you notice that?
Is that what it is?
They changed the brand. The logo has changed. The whole brand has changed. You got to fight to get the shit on the buffet now. Like, you got to be like, hey, you're out of this. Can you fill it up?
You can only go up once. They told me that the last time I was like,
oh, they saw
we
you
used to be able
coming
to go whenever we want. Like, you can go up multiple times.
Yeah.
Not
That's all
one
right.
time.
If I go up more than one time, then I'm overeating because I take my plate and it comes out looking like this. You know what I'm saying? I love that place.
I don't like things to touch each other. So, like, I need, like, multiple plates.
I had a brother, a half brother, who would put his stuff on his plate and they couldn't touch.
Yes, that's
And
me.
then he ate his plate like a clock.
So he didn't eat. He ate everything of one thing.
And then went to the next flavor.
No, I want everything.
Right, right. Just sometimes
I can mix
my
it, but I
favorite
have to
thing
mix it
is a
myself.
piece of steak with a piece of macaroni and cheese and a green bean all connected to it at the same time. I don't know why, but I love that combo.
So it's a military habit. The food in the military was so bad, you just mixed it all together.
You know what's
and
funny
hope for the best.
is Sarah will go to breakfast. You take me to breakfast, and you will sit and watch me and go, holy shit. Somebody get this guy a straw so he can snort his eggs. I will eat breakfast in 8 minutes, maybe less.
Right.
Like, I can be in and out of breakfast in because basic training. I used to take the eggs, the bacon, the little bit, the potato they give me. I'd put it on the English muffin or toast, and I'd mouth that thing straight to my head, and then I'd eat the grits to follow it up and chew and swallow it down and be done.
And then you tasted it when you burp.
2.5 minutes.
That was it. You don't.
But I still
taste
do
while
that.
you
We
eat.
went out to breakfast yesterday, and or late brunch, I guess you could call it, because it was real late by the time we got to it. And because when if I can have my first meal of the day, and I don't know why I'm not getting into I have some great questions. We'll get into them, Tommy.
Oh, we're good.
My first meal of the day, I like to make heavy protein, low carb.
Okay.
I don't care what it is. I like heavy protein, low carb. I don't want like breads or rices or pastas. For me personally, I like it to be some eggs and a meat of some sort. And that's it.
No,
I don't know if I'm going out. I need some crispy pancakes or something.
Right, bro. That's the issue. So, like, you go out. Right. I'm the same way, bro. Give me 3 pancakes, but I've started to learn that that's not
Belgian
what I want.
waffles are like the bomb. Like when they make
Have you guys been to
fresh.
Rosie's?
Oh, that's where we went.
Okay.
That's my jam, bro.
Yeah, I love that
I don't like
place.
their potatoes, but other than that, they're good.
Where's
Yeah, usually-
Rosie's?
Huh?
It's in the AMC parking lot in North Fort Myers.
Oh, okay.
And stellar food.
Really?
Have you been to the Brunch Factory yet at 24th and Hancock? Fire. So good.
Is that the one that used to be the Parrot place?
Right,
and all
Yes,
that?
right,
Perico.
right. You want to know, as
It's been
somebody who's owned 2
75.
restaurants,
Different business.
I should have bought that a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
That building is amazing. On Sundays, this cat is doing cornhole and has 300 people in there playing cornhole.
Well,
That's how big it is. Inside.
The Cork Soakers is already gone, right?
Yeah.
Right. Somebody else bought that, though.
Yeah,
It's
it
like a
already
Spanish
has a-
restaurant now, isn't it?
I don't know. It's hard to read their sign. They put it like in cursive and really tiny. So I'm like, I don't even know what that is. It's hard to see what it
Well,
is.
listen.
Well, if she can't read it, we can.
Yeah.
Well, first and
Yeah.
foremost, Victory Lane's turning into something. I don't know what.
I seen that. They've gutted the whole thing.
But it
and
looks
redid
like it's about to be a restaurant of some kind or some kind of hall or something like
Texan
that.
feel or something.
Right.
I
It's
don't
got a
know.
vibe. So it's going to be open again. And it's really hard. You're trying to compete with Brooks in the same plaza. Court
Right.
Soakers was an idiot. Brooks owns North Fort Myers. Like, understand that they are packed every day. And even on days that they're not packed, you know what they go? Got a break.
Right.
Like,
And
I
then
go
they
there-
have
I
50
go there
people
on
walking.
Wednesday. I'll go there tonight to do trivia at 8 o'clock. And it'll be elbow to elbow. Every table will have a person at it. Every table will have a body at it. And
You
and
can't
so
park.
You
I
park.
mean, it's
you
like
put a restaurant next door
so
to that.
full.
You better A, come up with something different.
Yeah.
And B, if you're going to do a Cork Soakers, you better push that brunch and that whole
Right.
breakfast angle and
That's
really
the
push
thing.
it to the North Fort Myers.
Like bottomless mimosas. You
Yeah.
do that, you win.
Right.
Right,
We
you're
coming. We coming. We're bottomless Bloody Marys.
And
All
that's
right.
pretty sad that we're like 2 blocks away and we're like, oh yeah, we should go. and
But
then
you haven't
we
been to the
forget.
Brunch Factory yet. Wait till you go to that.
No.
First off, I'm gonna recommend the chicken
can walk
Alfredo. I'm
Huh?
gonna
You
make.
can walk
I'm gonna.
there.
I
I'm gonna
know.
recommend their chicken Alfredo. It's fire, and whoever makes it doesn't make anything like out of a bag, out of a freezer. None of it.
So it's not
Really?
Olive Garden.
It's fire. Like, oh well, the breakfast is the best part. Like, go get the waffle, but don't get it to go. Go there and eat it. It's different to get it to go. I
Yeah.
got the chicken and waffles. I've had it both in and to go. Way better in than it is to go. You put it in a foam box and you bring it home,
Yeah.
your waffles
Changes
mush
it.
by the time it gets
Listen,
home.
you got me just thinking about Bojangles now. I mean,
Right. Who don't want a biscuit from Bojangles?
I still wish that NIL was a thing back in college because Bojangles is huge in North Carolina, and it's Bow Time was their slogan.
Oh.
I would have made so much damn
You would have
money.
made so much money. One day.
You would have had endless chicken.
Look, you're looking up the Bojangles menu.
Bowberry biscuits.
The Bowberry biscuits are good. You know what's funny? You know who else has something like that? Hardee's. Hardee's has a biscuit like that, but nobody goes to Hardee's because they're like, oh, they're still open?
I didn't even know they were.
don't even
Like
know
every
where
time
they-
I see them.
There's a
Off of
Hardee's
Palm
on Palm
Beach.
Beach. It's the only one, bro.
Really?
You know what it's called?
Right by,
it's Carl's Jr. out west.
Yeah.
Same company.
I seen Carl's Jr.
Right. Anyone not set money aside for kids but plan to just help them out? I'm 37. I have a unique situation. I have unexpectedly lost my spouse recently. We have 3 young kids. We have started doing some UTMA savings for them with the intention of being very proactive with teaching them about handling money and making good choices. Well, really, he has the financial brains. I'm good with money, only debt that is left on the mortgage, and I could pay it off, but I'm just hesitant to make my big money moves right now. I see a lot of posts with people ending up with excessive money and 529s, or maybe my kids won't want to do college, or they do a community or trade school, and they'll be better served with a big chunk towards a down payment. Is there any argument that they're really not the end all for be all savings for your kids? I don't think. Why not just continue to save and invest under myself, and I can just help my kids when they need it?
So there's something to be said for both ways. So the 529 is an education account. So that if you don't use that for education, you can roll that into like a Roth IRA or something of that nature later on. But the UTMA account, what that is that's just a custodial brokerage account. So you and your kids are on the same account, and it's specifically for your kid. But it's me.
Oh, okay.
But you get some tax benefits because whenever you put that money in those accounts, it's seen as a gift, so you can write that off and different things of that nature. But realistically, if you're able to just put it in your own brokerage account and invest that money and have some set aside for your kids, that's fine too. I mean, it's kind of a personal preference at that point. The 529 is specifically for if you're going to your kid, your kid's going to go to college.
But it's not use it or lose it.
No, well, if you don't use it for educational purposes, there's a 10% penalty.
Okay. That could cost.
So
you got a lot of money in there. That could be a big hit. 10%'s a lot.
So realistically,
I think 3.5 on a credit card is a lot. Every time I get a payment, like 3.5. Oh.
But yeah, so the custodial brokerage accounts have more flexibility.
Okay.
So either way, if you have a custodial brokerage account or if you're just investing in your own,
At least you're caring about your kids enough to think about their future.
Way, yeah.
Right. Win-win. Suggestion for a qualifying 401k disbursement. I'm sorry. I have a base knowledge of investments, so give me grace now. I have roughly $45,000 in 401k that is being closed out, and funds qualify for disbursement. I've been given the option to do nothing and let it transition to an IRA. Otherwise, I have to tell them where to send the funds. Any suggestions? I have an existing Roth 401k and an employer 401k not matching by employer as options. However, I would like to keep the funds as secure as I can. The market is too volatile for me right now. Thanks in advance.
So inside of that, there's a ton of different options. So because that is closing down, and you work with the financial advisor because they're going to have more options with that 401k, that the rollover options are going to be much greater than if you just do it on your own.
Right.
There's different annuity options that will help you, limit the downside risk, but still be invested in the market. You can invest that in an advisory account or a brokerage account. So there's a few different options depending on what your goals are. And because you're a little bit hesitant to be in the market, those annuities are probably a great option.
And I always say if you need a financial planner, you should. And if these questions or answers seem like something that you have a question about, reach out to Tommy. We'll give you the number at the end of the segment. But TommyBohannonFinancial.com if you want to go directly to his information. But we'll talk more about it at the end. But I always encourage, don't just use what we do here as a knowledge base, but use it as a chance to reach out to Tommy. Say, hey, I heard you on Big Mama. I think I need some help. Do you like investing according to plan or everything beyond your 3 to 6 emergency fund? Let's say you can save $5,000 a month after all bills, funding your retirement, and have an emergency fund already in place. At the beginning of the year, your plan could be, I want to invest $10,000 additionally over retirement funding into my taxable account. In just 2 months at the savings rate, you could in fact accomplish this goal, leaving a sigh of relief and cash flow for other areas of life. In this example, you are left with $50,000 the rest of the year to go to cash reserves. That $50,000 could be used for travel, dining, future goals, future houses, exploring new hobbies, low interest debt, etc. I see a lot of people in different communities discussing investing and boards investing everything but your 3 to 6 month emergency fund. This sounds rather vague and doesn't account for living. It would also mean you would have to invest all $60,000 in this scenario. This is why I am curious if anyone is interested, instead of investing everything but your 3 to 6 month emergency fund, rather plans at the start of the year, but how much they want to invest, then have the remainder of the year to save for other things. So it's a very hard question.
So here's the thing. I mean, you're able to have $5,000 a month above expenses, everything like that. So like in the question, it said in 2 months, we're going to be at that $10,000 range. Why not invest all of it every month? And then at the end of the year, you can use the interest. You can take some out of the investment account, what have you. There's still liquidity in these investment accounts because it's a taxable account. So you can invest it all year long. And then at the end of the year, say, hey, I want to take out $15,000 to go on vacation. I want to do this. I want to do that. Because if it's just sitting in a bank account, you're not earning really any interest.
Right.
So why not get the interest while you're growing? You get that compound interest, and then at the end of the year, you can still make a decision with, hey, I have an excess of $30,000, $40,000 that I invested. Let's drop $10,000 in the vacation fund.
Last question. I'm looking for advice moving forward. I'm 28 years old, no debts anywhere, own my vehicle, housing is included in my job as a property manager, no plans to change much soon. My salary is around $42,000 per year, and I probably make another $5,000 to $7,000 cash doing odd jobs. I don't have a retirement set up, just savings. Most paychecks, I can put at least $500 into my savings. Right now, I have about $26,000 in my basic savings account. It's just sitting there, and I was looking for advice moving forward. Thank you. What to do with savings long term?
Wow.
Same thing. So that don't put that $500 into a savings account. Put that $500 into a brokerage account where you can invest that money. Work with a financial advisor, because even though you're making $46,000, your living arrangement is free. You're making more than what it looks like. So, and you have excess. If you have excess, you can always put that into an investment account. Make sure that you're continually contributing to that. Obviously, you want some type of liquidity in the savings account so that if, shit hits the fan, you're able to pay off things and everything like that. But realistically, that money shouldn't just be sitting in cash.
That's crazy. At 20, like just the income of, if you really think about it, living for free, it's like 20 grand. Adding that to your
right,
your base,
probably more than that.
Or more. That's
Rentals
amazing.
are $3,000.
Yeah.
I was dying the other day when Sarah and I were walking, and I saw a rental sign that said $3,000, 4-bedroom, 1 bath, $3,000 a month.
I know.
I'm like, 4-bedroom, 1 bath.
That's crazy.
$3,000 a month.
And how big are the bedrooms? They're probably like converted.
That means,
like,
it's almost a full-time job for somebody just to pay their
just
rent.
to pay the rent.
It's $36,000 a year. That means if you make $45,000 a year after taxes, you make enough to pay your rent.
You have $9,000 extra, and
You're
the
lucky if you
government's
have-
No,
probably coming for
$45,000.
that.
Take the taxes out,
Yeah.
Jackie.
Yeah, the government's coming for that.
Right.
Wow.
Speaking of hard arteries, jeez.
Where are we going?
Right?
All right.
White Castle cheeseburger slider flavored chip.
That ain't real. Is that
I mean,
real?
it's definitely AI fake, but I'm very interested in trying it if they would like to.
Well, I would like, if they're going to do it, at least put a White Castle on the bag.
Big,
if you're going to
Mama
fake
and I
it,
have volunteered
Put a
to
real
be
one,
taste
yeah.
If you're gonna
testers,
fake
beta
it-
program for cheeseburger sliders. Anybody out there's interested in making them?
they make a lot of money every year doing a contest to find the new flavor of Lay's, but then that flavors never stay.
Right?
All right, TommyBohannonFinancial.com. You can give him a phone call at
239-691-0801.
And real quick, what do you got going on at the Tommy Bohannon Foundation?
We're about a month away from the Playmakers Tailgate Party, so we're gearing up for that, trying to get all the different items, different sponsorships are still available. So if any businesses are out there and would like to sponsor or know what we do, I'll take you out to lunch and we can talk about sponsorships and different things of that nature. So that
I'm interested for lunch.
I said we will go to lunch, I should say.
If you take us to lunch, all three of us will allow you 5 minutes to speak.
Give me the Magoos.
All right.
We'll meet at Magoo's.
I love that you guys are all interested now. Like,
I want to go to Magoo's now.
It's good.
We're going to Tommy's event too, though. By the way.
Yeah.
We're going to Magoo's and Tommy's event.
Well, I'll be at Tommy's event. I won't miss it. I'm on the microphone, raising hell and raising money. It's a good time, man. And listen, here's what I love. I have one I got to go for my son's school that I got to go to, right?
Yeah.
At Gala. It's the first time I've been to one that I'm not working. Boy, it better be on point. Because I'm judging it all.
You got to compare.
I'm judging it all. Let me hear this auctioneer. Come on, what do you got? Let me hear it. Let me hear. What do you got? Oh, that guy's lame. Give me the microphone. What are we trying to raise here?
He's going to be that guy. I can't remember what the skit is where he's like, I bought all the raffle tickets. So every time I'm just going.
I'm just going to stand there. Hi.
I did.
You know, it's funny, but Bob Lanzeri and I have done that at multiple fundraising events. We've went up and watched, the people that are there and stuff like that and be like, oh, you know what, they're just having fun, but we want to make sure the organization gets as much as they can out of it. And him and I have literally went up and bought all of the 50-50 tickets so that they would win and we would give them their half of the money. We've done it multiple times.
All right, you heard it, Katie.
It's a funny thing.
Right.
He's buying all the raffle tickets.
Don't talk about it. Be about it.
Wait a minute. I forgot Tommy was here.
All right. Oh, you've done that before, have you?
Tommy,
all right.
Tommy's event's out of my league.
Do you do a 50-50 at the? Do you do a 50-50 there?
We don't do a 50-50. We do 3 or 4 trips in the raffle. Then we do a silent and live auction.
Did you go to the NRA event?
I did not.
Is this?
I've never seen anything like that before in my life.
The 50-50?
No, NRA did a deal where they gave away guns all day long. Like you bought raffle tickets and you could win. They were just giving away shit like everywhere. But the tickets were not cheap. It was you bought raffle tickets for $800 and you would probably walk away with a gun, right?
Yeah.
But it was it's just one of those events I think about every time I'm at any other event because they figured out how to raise some money. They had a safe full of guns.
Dang.
And the tickets were $200 and there were only 100 tickets for sale.
Oh, so you're going to win something.
Right, but understand what 200 times 100 is.
Yeah.
Right.
Lots of money. And a lot more money than a safe with 3 or 4 guns in it. And it was a great fundraiser. And I was like, ooh, I like this. And I tried to buy one of those tickets. 100. One in 100 shot at winning. What is this? Probably $10,000 worth of guns and safe. Yeah, man, I'm all day long. Let's go.
Right.
Yeah.
And I couldn't get over there. They sold out too quick. People were buying 5-6 tickets at a time. I've never seen anything like it. No, I legitimately have a .38 revolver that I won in an auction there.
Yeah, I need to
get
some
on a raffle tickets. Get some guns, dog. Everybody needs some guns.
Have you been to the Blue Line Bears event?
I have not been to the Blue Line Bears event. They do a lot of guns
they
there.
Get custom because it's police force and everything.
Right.
They do custom AR-15s. And there was one time Katie was like, "You should try to win that one." And the first bid was like $5,000, and I was like, "No, not for an AR. I'm good."
Yeah.
You should get an AR and get it customized.
Well, I have one. I just don't have.
Get an AR. I sold one at the Trump rally. It was signed by Trump for $17,000.
Are you serious?
$17,000. An AR-15 signed by Trump.
Oh my goodness.
$17,000. I couldn't believe it. I was like, I need 1,000, 5,000, 5,000. Now looking for 6. I got 6. Now looking for 7. 7. Now looking for 8. I went from hundreds to thousands.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because it was going up so quickly.
No, just imagine
and
what
I just
one of
looked
those
and I
pens
watched.
would go for.
Right.
Imagine what one of those pens that he signed an executive order would go for in a raffle.
That's crazy.
Listen,
that's $100.
You put
pen.
his name on something and it's official, a signature, real, and it's worth money instantly. Like you could sell it. There are many people who love that man. Did you watch yesterday by any chance, the State of the Union?
I did not. I was trying to get my kid to sleep.
You really missed it. You missed a lot. I mean, they yanked
I'm going to watch it.
They yanked some dude out. It was great.
Yeah, Al Green gone.
Gone. Get out, bro. We don't want to hear your mouth anymore. Remove Al. Remove him.
We will have the Sergeant at Arms.
Mr. Green,
remove
leave
you.
now.
Bye.
I liked it. I was like, yeah.
I want to go back and watch all the rules. Why was Nancy Pelosi wearing a mask? She had like a pink.
Because
like,
Nancy
COVID
Pelosi's
mask.
a weird one. And can't believe that she was in charge once of the house. Like, you were the Speaker of the House. You are the weirdest woman alive. Like,
Yeah.
how'd that even happen?
In charge
She
of
has the-
insider trading.
Yeah, she has a pink satin face mask on.
Question.
Gross.
Question. Stock market really in trouble?
No.
I'm being honest. Like, I want to know. I want to know.
It's
Like,
not.
like
I
everyone,
mean-
if you listen to different forms of news, it becomes we're in demise. It's falling apart because of the tariffs.
We're in a huge change right now. So obviously people get scared. They start selling off some stuff. But once we see what's actually going to happen, the stock market is always kind of retrospectively kind of scared of what's going on.
Right.
So realistically, it's going to figure out, okay, well, it's not actually in danger. We're going to continually, now we're going to start to buy. So
that's what you should do, right? When it plummets like this, shouldn't you be looking for something to buy at a good rate?
It's like a flash sale.
100%.
I mean, if you're an investor, this is a good time for you, is it
Right.
not?
Exactly.
But they make it seem like on the news that it's not like, well, if all the prices are dropping and I got tons of money, now granted, my investments are tanking, but they'll come back.
Right. Just don't sell.
But yeah, don't sell, buy more.
Exactly.
All right. Is that real or is that just because you were a financial advisor?
no.
I'm asking real.
No,
like,
seriously.
Like, I don't want you to give me advice that's best for your job. I want you to give me advice as a friend right
Have
now.
I ever done that?
I don't know. I don't know. You're good either way. I have to believe whatever you say. Like,
But no, so realistically, I mean, that's why people that are working with financial advisors typically make more money than if they're just on their own doing it, because the advisor sitting there and saying, hey, just hold on. Don't sell right now. Because
hold the line.
When you see your money going down, you're like, oh shit, I need to get out of this.
Yeah.
But it's going to come back.
Right.
Historically, if you look at the grand scheme of things, hell, the S&P hit the highest it's ever been last year and this year.
Should you have sold then, though? When it was at
You
the
could
highest
have.
point?
You could have, but it's going to continually grow.
All right.
So, I mean, these businesses are going to continually make money.
Right.
Yeah.
Some bigger than others. That's what you have to really pay attention to. I don't know. So I love this segment that we do with Tommy because it teaches me a lot. But at the same time, I'm a news watcher, but I'm a balanced news watcher. Do you know what that means?
You watch both?
Right.
Both sides?
I got to see both sides. I got to see what they're saying about it because somewhere in the middle is the truth.
It's too extreme on both sides sometimes.
Right.
They're
Somewhere
like,
in the middle is what I really need to see. There's something there. Fox News, they could say nothing negative about the presidency no matter what. CNN couldn't say anything positive about the presidency no matter what.
we need a middle guy. That
Right.
just says stuff.
Well, they don't do that anymore. That's the way news used to be, by the way.
Oh.
They don't do that anymore. They're paid big money. Money, cash rules everything. Wu-Tang Clan made a song about it called Cream. Cash rules everything around me. That is a true-to-life fact. In big business, it matters more than anything.
Mm-hmm.
You'll have a big business, and they'll call and be like, well, we're thinking about pushing this thing. Are you buying your tickets? You buy a table?
Yeah, I got to split the table.
You should buy a table. You should buy a table. SJC needs a table.
I'm
pretty sure SJC
I
needs
almost
a table.
got us both VIP tickets.
I'm
but then I
hosting
realized
the
you
event.
didn't-
I don't
you
have
didn't-
time
you
to
didn't
sit.
deserve it, so
I'll
I
be
gotta
too
get
busy
you one.
on the
He's
auction.
going to be working it.
I'll have no time to sit. Auction, big time auction. So I
You
just
just sit
upgraded
until the auction,
I
don't
just upgraded the 360 just for the record.
Oh,
though.
did you?
Yeah, I did. I just put all new lights on it. Upgraded the hell out of it. So,
I
and
think I
I'm
got
getting-
hit by it last year.
You got by that 360.
It's okay. I'm insured. File a claim next time, bitch.
Damn it doesn't hurt that bad.
File a claim, man.
I got taken out a couple times in the Deadpool costume by it. Kids,
He couldn't see the camera.
kids pushed me off the thing a couple times.
Oh man, I was doing the
going.
rodeo and I saw this kid jump off of it midstream. It's like that's the one thing that scares me about kids. When the kids get on it, they got to maintain. And when I mean kids, like like smaller than our kids. Like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They get on there and they get nervous because it's spinning around them and they want to just jump off.
Right.
There was a number of times that day I had to take one in the ankle.
I took one to
Just
the arm.
Stop it from getting kids.
Same thing I did. The
Yeah.
kid jumped off and I went poof, put my arm up. Wham! Ooh.
It was
It bounces
funny.
off. It doesn't hurt so bad, but it feels like it's gonna hurt.
It was funny because Desi and I kind of had a plan. You know, if it was going bad, she would go for the kid, and I would take it in the ankle.
That's the worst place to take it.
There wasn't a lot of other options. There wasn't a lot of other options.
And the baby will be at the tailgate party too.
I know. How's she doing, by the way?
She's doing good.
Oh.
She is doing well.
Did you guys already have a name? Are you telling people yet, or
Yeah, so Noah Thomas.
Noah Thomas.
Noah Thomas?
Great times, bro. Congratulations.
Thank you.
It's going to be a big day. I can't wait. April 11th, 2025, 6 p.m. at the ranch, right?
At the ranch.
At the ranch.
We just did this week we brewed a custom pale ale at Millennial Brewing that they're canning for us and everything, and that'll be at the
One
at
of
the
the
tailgate
beers
party.
or the only beer?
One of the beers.
Okay, sure. I can't do pale ales.
No.
For me, look, you know what's funny is I love craft brews, but I got to find the one that's closest to domestic as possible. So when I go to Millennial, I say that when I go to Millennial, I drink
The
their
Millennial
the
Light?
seltzers. The seltzers are my jam. Like
Okay.
they got a lot of seltzers there that I love.
Yeah.
So I love that. I went to Fort Myers Brewing, did their event, and they were like, hey, "Can we get you something?"
Yeah.
I was like, Gateway Gold, because it's almost Bud Light.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Like
But
I
they make their own seltzers too. So I mean,
Right.
theirs
So-
are pretty good.
So I love the breweries, and I think that's one of the cool things that Lee County has. Some great breweries. If you want to do a good time, you could do a brewery tour and spend all day going from brewery to brewery. And
Yeah,
not
we were actually there helping brew the beer and everything.
You
So
helped do it?
Yeah.
You threw the barley in?
Yeah, all of it. It was fun.
Really?
Wow. Did you get video of it?
I have some pictures and videos. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you post that?
I haven't yet.
I was saying I
need
didn't
to.
see that.
I need to.
I know.
Right. Right. Experience. The experience.
But it was fun. It's really cool. It's the second time that we've done it because we moved to the ranch. They don't allow draft beer, so they have to can everything. So we did it once before, but now Kyle's gonna can everything for us, and it's pretty fun. Pretty fun.
Yeah, you didn't have big growlers or something last year, like big old huge cans of beer.
Yeah.
Right. That's what you had last year, right?
Yeah, the big ones. So I think we had the bartenders like pouring them
Right,
out a little
right.
bit and everything to the special cups.
All
The
right.
Tommy Bohanna Foundation.
And then they
cups
had
that
a
you
whole
get.
bunch of Tito's at the end.
Yeah, they did.
Good. Was it
To
Tito's
the
or was it Fireball?
sky.
Tito's?
Yeah, we got
Tito's.
the little ones.
Right, right.
And we got yelled at for putting on the table.
Right.
Nah.
Put it in the bag, bro. Put it in the bag.
Why you got yelled at for putting it on the table?
Because they serve booze.
Because they know exactly what's going to happen if it's at the table.
Oh, we drink it. Yeah.
But this is an auction. We need him to drink that.
Yeah, we need
Yeah.
them to be happy.
This is an auction. We need him to drink that.
That's what's like. We need like a triple IPA just so it's
Yeah.
extra.
Put a few shots of
Extra.
tequila in there.
You need shot girls is what you need.
Yeah.
Walking around just giving away hey, you guys want a shot?
There
You guys
go.
want a shot? You want a shot? You guys want a shot? Let me get you a shot. You want a shot?
Shot.
Then you get to the end at
shot.
checkout and they're like, wait, what did we bid on?
What?
Right. That's all right. Just give me your credit card.
What did I buy?
It's already on file. Sorry.
Right.
Process.
You should do Jello shots.
There's so many people I need to make sure that I need to make sure Bill Dobman's there.
He'll be there.
I need Dwayne Lopez there, so get him there.
Dwayne will be there.
We need Steve Honch there. Steve Honch needs to be at every live auction you do for the rest of your life. He's the king of bid ups. Him and his wife, they're the master at it. They're the master bid uppers, but I stick them every time. They know it. So if I'm the auctioneer, they know they're getting stuck. I will turn my back on everybody else and be like, nobody else? Nobody else? Sold to Steve.
Steve-o.
So you ain't getting everybody, bro. Like they're
Right.
the masters at it. So we got. I'll text Steve and make sure they got to get involved. I want
Yeah.
them involved.
That'd be awesome.
Right? We got to get Jason Ryder to come on out and participate, man, and be a part of it. It'll be cool.
Yeah.
Uh,
The more the merrier.
Right. So
It's a big space too. Like
yeah.
last year, that was a lot of people and a lot of room for everybody, so you can.
Yeah,
come.
we take up
It
the
was
whole
comfortable.
dance floor and the bar area.
Yeah.
Is our favorite comedian / chef going to be back in the building this year?
He will be.
All
He's
right.
gonna make fun of some people.
Is he going to auction off the thing with him again?
I'm sure he will.
God, it's so
Yeah.
big. It's the biggest thing ever. People want that dinner.
Yeah.
It's
And we've
great.
been to one. He makes some good food.
Really?
RJ doing it big. What else? What you gonna? You have? Is the charter guy coming?
Yeah.
Oh, great. Love this guy.
Just got to give him a few beers.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm figuring out where exactly we're gonna make. Like I'm like, because I'm remembering last year. I'm going through the memories of last year doing live box. I'm like, all right, who do we need to get? And then I'm thinking of all the ones that I've done because I do them now for every gala in town.
Yeah.
Like every gala in town, fishing tournaments. I'm doing them for almost everybody now, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, who are my bidders? Who do I got to get to come out to the Tommy Bohannon so I know I can get them? Bill's going to come this year?
He's supposed to.
All right, his ass better be there.
I believe he's in town.
Right.
You never know where in the world Bill Dobman is.
Right. Always somewhere doing something, right? They have thrown out the first pitch at the Boston game. I saw him do that the other day. Good times, though, man.
I think he's actually throwing one out at Fenway this year.
Oh.
Is he really?
I believe so.
That man loves it. Boy, the glory is everything. The man started out with a little strip store. Another great example. The guy had one little store.
Yeah.
And now he's got like a factory and makes his own glass. Like, come on, man. Like he really has built an empire.
Right.
And it's really hard just to say I'm going to build an empire and actually do it and then be able to pull it off and
Like change the trajectory of his family completely.
Oh, yeah.
Like
forever. With one little store
Right.
that turned into something massive. And he put it all in. Like, this is what I'll tell you about Bill Dobman in my shower door, and I hope Bill sees this because I'll say this about him. This dude made no desire to make a lot of money when he first started. He wanted to grow his business to the level that it would make him a ton of money. And I felt like he would participate in everything. We would do an auction, he would show up, and he would if he couldn't donate money, he would donate. Like I remember one fishing tournament, he built a glass fish aquarium that we put out, and you had to cast into it. And if you cast into it, you won a prize. But it was $10 to get into it. So we made a lot of money off of his donation. You know what I'm saying? And that was when he first started. And since then, I've done events where we've raised thousands of dollars together. Like he's a great man and a big supporter of youth sports and of Tommy Bohannon. So big shout out to Bill Dobman in my shower tour. Love that guy. I don't have anything else today, guys. We can wrap up early today because it is a Wednesday. Tommy's been here. I'll give you some quick little things. Today is Ash Wednesday. And on a lighter note, it's also National Cheese Doodle Day. 68% of U.S. workers say they regularly spend a time on low-value, inefficient tasks. 5 hours before a thief was due in court on a burglary charge in Texas, he stole 9 laptops from the county district's attorney office, and they can't figure out how he got in. Undercover cops dressed as Power Rangers stopped a thief in Brazil.
Go Power
With soaring
Ranger.
egg prices, chicken rentals could become a thing. One service provides hens, feed, and support, allowing customers to collect fresh eggs at home for about $600 for a 6-month rental. Customers can expect around a dozen eggs per week with 2 hens.
And I can have my own chicken and name
What
her
if
and
they
everything?
don't produce? Do you still pay the rental?
I bring you a new one.
That'd be my. I'd get the molting chicken.
I'll bring you a new one. Oh, guys, this is my business.
We do a chicken swap.
But I love her.
This was just staged. This is what I'm doing now.
This is your thing.
Oh, you
get a chicken. You get a chicken.
Right. Everybody get a chicken.
I want a chicken.
No, I'm not doing
BMR
this.
logoed chickens.
Yeah. All the eggs have BMR on them.
That pops out. BMR.
Got a golden egg.
People are sharing what's slowly killing us, but the society pretends it isn't a problem, like disinformation, poor nutrition, a lack of empathy. The world's largest iceberg is running aground in shallow waters off the remote British island, home to millions of penguins and seals. There's been some hiccups in a plan to build a road in Florida with radioactive waste, and Massachusetts is the best state for women. You hear that? Boston. Go to Boston.
No.
And on a high note,
No, I'm good.
here are a few good news stories. An 18-year-old kid from Utah had to quit baseball for health reasons, but got a cornhole scholarship instead. And a Burger King in Minnesota engraved a longtime customer's name in the back of his favorite chair after he passed away at 91.
Aww.
They give scholarships for cornhole?
Yeah.
What?
There's professional cornhole now.
Are you serious?
Just like there's professional pickleball now.
Yeah.
Like throwing the little beanie bag in a hole?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I could do that.
Well, they used to have horseshoes. They ain't no different than horseshoes. They used to do that professionally too.
Cordo, they have a, but I'm going to tell you right now, if you have a daughter and you don't have her learning golf, you're missing the ball. Put golf clubs in your daughter's hands and get her to play high school golf so that she can go to college for free no matter what.
I love girls that play golf. I think it's so cool. I think that is so cool.
Not cool enough that you watch it on TV, though.
No.
Nobody
No,
wants
not
to
for
watch
me.
golf on television.
No.
That is my point.
Except for really old guys that like to shit or you.
I don't
you
know.
do.
I don't watch.
You watch golf on television,
I
bro.
don't.
I'm sorry if I offended you. You're bigger than me. Okay, cool.
I do not watch.
All right,
I don't
just
watch
figured.
baseball on TV either, but I like baseball.
You ever
I
been
like
to a Bananas game?
I saw you went, and we tried to get tickets when they were in Fort Myers, and they were completely sold out. So
Right, we got lucky. We had to go to Miami. And, it's easier to get tickets for a 33,000 seat arena than it is a 6,000 seat arena, right?
Do you have to be like an actual athlete to be part of the Bananas team?
yes,
Oh.
you have to be good at baseball, but you also have to be a performer.
I think I can pull some
I
strings.
think you
can
got to
run around and
be
dance while
a
they hit balls
baseball
at you.
player,
I want to dance.
a gymnast, a dancer,
Yeah.
maybe a singer. Not all of them sing, they all dance.
Okay.
And definitely an entertainer.
Yeah.
Because you are on show.
Right.
It is a show. Like, it's not a sporting event. It's a
No.
show. It's a show.
That just happens to have some
And by the way,
sports
I
in
Was
had
it the
a
most fun you've ever had at a baseball game, though?
in my whole life.
Yeah.
I hate baseball games.
Really?
I hate baseball games that don't have a reason to go. What I mean by that, like if it's nacho night, $2 beer night, I'm in. Let's go.
Right.
Let's go, right? You know what I'm saying? Or if Beer Fest follows it afterwards or beforehand, I'm in. If it's meet the players or or 6 NFL football players are going to come out and sign autographs, now I got a reason to go.
Right.
But just to go sit at a baseball
yeah,
game, the only baseball game I've been to professionally that I've enjoyed my whole life was a spring training Reds game with my dad on St. Patrick's Day in Sarasota. It was fire years ago. And then I got tickets to go see the Rays in Tropicana right behind home plate, front row behind home plate. It was the greatest seats any one person could ever have for a baseball game, and it was worth the experience. I had free beer and food thrown at me by Pepsi. Pepsi was catering my ass. It was great. I loved
We
it.
used to go to a lot of Marlins games when I lived in Miami because, like, the supermarket guy would just give us tickets all the
Right,
time.
because they can't get anybody to go.
$5.
Yeah.
They can't get anybody to go.
So we would go, and it was like, you know.
We go to at least one spring training game a year, and Anna Cat loves it. She loves to run around and.
Yeah.
The Bananas games have players that are maybe not even a baseball player. First and foremost, let me just say you could probably take a couple of players from the Bananas and put them on the Rays, and they might win a lot more games. And I don't know if they're winning games, but these guys are catching fly balls behind their back. Now, when you see that in Major League Baseball, you're like, oh, my God, that's the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life. They're doing it every time.
Yeah.
They're doing backflips and catching the balls. They're doing the backflip.
That's crazy.
But
so the skits are choreographed. Other than that, the game is actually they're trying to win the game.
I disagree.
You think? So
the pitcher has an earpiece in. Any other questions?
Yeah.
Start dancing.
It's like
he's got a microphone. It's like a Secret
Globetrotters.
Service.
You're not going
He's
to
got
go
it right
watch
here,
them lose.
and he clips it right here. But he's all dressed kind of raggedy, so you don't see it. But you can see him talk to them and has an earpiece in. And why would a pitcher need an earpiece?
Don't they do that in Major League Baseball now, where they tell? I think they do. I think they're telling them what the play or pitch. Instead of
Major League Baseball pitchers have earpieces.
I'm pretty sure they do.
Like quarterbacks.
Yeah.
So maybe they do. Maybe they are playing to win. But here's how I don't think so.
Like fast.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is our Dunkin' Donuts player of the game. If he gets on base, everybody gets a free donut.
Yeah.
They'll be in the stands passing out the donuts. Now, is it a free donut coupon? I never thought of it that way. Maybe it's a coupon for a free donut?
Yeah.
I was right.
Yes, Major League Baseball pitchers wear earpieces to receive signals from the catcher using the pitch comm device.
Oh, wow. I guess there we go.
Because of the whole stealing
They
signals
wore
thing.
inside the hat. So maybe this was one that you see in
He
the
was
year,
talking.
but-
He was talking. So the Dunkin' Donut guy never got on base.
He didn't? Nobody got donuts?
Nobody got donuts.
Aw.
A Dunkin' Donuts would lose its ass.
Yeah.
33,000 donuts.
So the catcher.
No one. Listen, the dude doesn't get on base. Do you understand me, pitcher?
Yeah.
He doesn't get on base.
But we're going to talk about Dunkin' Donuts.
But they do. You're right. That's what they say. They say the only thing that now when they score, they all come out to home plate and do a dance.
Yeah.
and it's the greatest thing ever.
Yeah.
Like it truly is. Like, and they have put it all together. Like it's on a jumbotron, and the video guys
Find one of their home
are
play
stud.
dances.
Are video studs.
Mm-hmm.
Like these guys that run their video are better than any NFL or baseball stadium in the world.
They have to be.
Dude, what's
right?
is it a home run dance or what is it?
No, it's like when they got somebody across the plate, the whole team comes out and they play like maybe Sexy and I Know It, and they have a dance routine.
Oh, how cute is that?
But it's always the same 2 teams, right? Like
No, there's 4 teams now.
There's 4 teams.
There's 4 teams. Now that's where I was shocked. I thought it was always the Party Animals, but now there's 4 teams, and 2 teams have just started. They may not have a team put together yet, but this is going to be a league. This is going to be like a separate league that people are going to
It's like
start
WWE.
building, or arena football.
Yeah.
It's going to be an alternative to baseball. So this is them playing the Party Animals. This is the redhead guy, by the way, for the Party Animals. He always dresses like a leprechaun. He's the only redhead player on the team.
But you see, he has to always be ready.
And it's the
'cause he's about to
same
get-
umpire.
These are the dances that they do for the
Like the
tank
hitter's
top
just like,
dances.
shit, when's he going to throw it? When's he going to throw it?
And it's the same umpire, by the way.
Oh, look at them. They're
And the
insane.
first place umpire looks like a ninja. And every time he makes a call, he does a backflip. And he wears a ninja mask. And he
What
looks
the
and he does
heck?
Spider-Man. He does Spider-Man stuff all the time.
That is totally choreographed. There's
Of course
no way.
they
But,
dance.
I mean, they're
You're going
to
to
a
sit there and
point, but
hope
you
that the
can't
pitcher
always-
stops dancing and pitch at you randomly and be prepared to hit the ball. No way. That's choreographed. Watch. He's just dancing along and all of a sudden he pitches the ball.
They've played this team multiple times. They know the choreographed routine, so he knows when to be
but
ready
he
to
just
hit
turned
it.
around and threw the ball.
Oh,
he
he
pitched
got
it.
him.
That is choreographed, man. There's no way. I'm not saying it's not still amazing.
And just for the
impressive,
record, music
but totally cool. Yeah, now
during
that
the whole
He
game.
knows he's not pitching because he's slapping his backside.
Just so you know, there's music in the whole game.
Oh.
They don't stop playing music. Like there's a DJ for the whole game.
Oh, cool.
It's good.
It can
man.
be planned to a point, but you can't choose, hey, I'm going to hit a home run right now. Nobody's that good.
Yeah.
No, you're right. You're right. But if I lob you a pitch, and you hit home runs, you'll do a good job of knocking it out.
Dang, look at them.
Hey, do a home plate dance. Google home plate dance. Yeah, do home plate dance. Bananas. Yeah, there we go. These are way better. These are great.
Party at the plate.
Yeah, here we go. Yeah, this part. Yeah, go there. There we go. So dance leads.
Commercials.
Do 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 do.
Is it?
No, that ain't it. This is just another pitch and dance.
So they got pitching dances.
No, go back up there.
Home
Go up
plate.
there, right there. Yeah. They oh yeah, this is where they do it. This is where they do it. He's gonna score. And then they all come out. Watch. And by the way, the camera, this is the angle you're seeing on the Jumbotron. This isn't just for their Instagram. But look. So they all come out.
These are the party animals.
Yeah, the Party Animals. That's my team. Go check it out. You'll love it. I'm just telling you. It is definitely worth going to see. The home plate umpire is crazy too, and he's the same guy who always does it. This is the same guy.
These guys have a good time. Like, how could you not have a good time when you're doing this?
He's a good dancer for
Yeah,
being a
he
big
is.
guy. That dude's a good dancer.
He was a dancer first, and they were like, hey, can you learn how to ump?
Oh, I think when I met the guys that are running around like spirit guys, I went to their Instagram and like followed to see who they are. One guy is like a wrestler, the other guy is like a mechanic. Like they all have other jobs, and some of them are still athletes in other sports.
I love it.
It's fun to watch. All right, guys, that's all I got for you guys. I want you to have an amazing day. Let me mute this so I can bounce
There's
this
a
out.
question about whether or not they even use a real baseball.
Oh,
no.
They use a real baseball.
Banana balls.
No, the Savannah
Which are
Bananas
their
use banana
own
balls.
version of a baseball.
The bananas have maybe they're yellow balls. I've never really looked at the balls, so they. I don't try to look at other man's balls. I'm just going to assume they're nice, like at most balls.
Bully balls.
Here you go. Good this. The bananas are dancing at home plate again. Mom, the bananas are. There you go.
We gotta see these bananas. What are they dancing
Unmute it. Go ahead. Let's play it.
The owner's story. He just was like, let's try this.
Right, yeah. So, my wife says he reminds him of Captain Brian. Like, he just came up with something and just started doing it, and it worked, and it was the biggest thing that he did. Like, it's an amazing. Look, 19,000 views on this thing.
That's so cool.
It is cool. It's definitely worth it. Guys, have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow. It's a Therapy Thursday. Thank you, Tommy, for coming in and being a part of the show.
Of course.
Get ready for April 11th. If you want more information about that, go to TommyBohannonFoundation.org. Other than that, guys, we'll see you tomorrow. Coach Bob, hopefully, you'll be here having a great time with us at 8 o'clock. We'll see you then. And remember, when that repo man comes for the car, don't forget to
save the radio.
To the Joshua Tree Stream. Let's go. On Florida's favorite radio station, Big Mama Radio. Have you always wanted the home of your dreams? Welcome to Academy Home Developments, where we're not just building homes, we're building lifestyles. At Academy Home Developments, we believe that your home should be more than just a structure of brick and mortar. It should be a reflection of your dreams, your style, and your comfort. That's why we go above and beyond the basics to deliver homes with your desired architecture, dream designs, and interiors that provide the ultimate Florida lifestyle. Located in the heart of Southwest Florida, we're proud to be the Cape Coral builders who never compromise on quality. With Academy Home Developments, you'll get more than just a house. You'll get a beautiful, comfortable place to call home. Our attention to detail, practical construction experience, and unwavering dedication to customer satisfaction makes us the perfect choice for your new home construction in Southwest Florida. Ready to start your journey? Visit our sales showroom at 814 Southwest Pine Island Road in Cape Coral, or call us at 239-410-7080. Discover the difference with Academy Home Developments. Academy Home Developments, building new homes with a difference. Do you want to give your child an experience that goes beyond the rink? Something that builds character, fosters teamwork, and ignites lifelong passion for the game? Welcome to Florida Warriors Youth Hockey Club. At the Florida Warriors, we believe in more than just teaching kids to skate. We're committed to developing strong, confident players who understand the value of teamwork, integrity, and dedication. Our program is about creating memories and friendships that last a lifetime, both on and off the ice. From high-quality training to building positive locker room culture, every part of our program is designed with one goal in mind, giving every child the chance to shine. Ready to get your child started? The Florida Warriors Youth Hockey Club is open for kids ages 6 to 18. Visit FloridaWarriorsHockey.com today for more information and to sign them up. Let your child discover the joy of hockey while learning lessons that will last a lifetime. At Florida Warriors, we live by our motto: honor, attitude, respect. Join us where the future of hockey and life begins. Florida Warriors Hockey. It's more than just a game.
Hey there, Fort Myers. This is Jamie, the general manager at Dixie Buick GMC, and I've got a secret to share. The best kept secret in town. We've been proudly owned by the same family for a whopping 90 years. Dixie Buick GMC. That's right, 90 years of commitment to our community. And here's the kicker: absolutely no dealer fees or market adjustment fees. We believe in transparency and giving you the best deal possible. Now, here's an exclusive deal just for our Big Mama Radio listeners. Mention that you heard it on BMR and you'll get $1,000 off your purchase. Yes, you heard it right, $1,000. Dixie Buick GMC. Find us conveniently located on US 41 in Fort Myers. Visit our website at DixieBG.com to check out our extensive inventory or swing by for a test drive. Dixie Buick GMC. And if you want to chat with someone who knows their stuff, give us a call at 239-330-9918. Dixie Buick GMC. Don't miss out on the Dixie Buick GMC experience, where tradition meets top-notch service. Dixie Buick GMC, family-owned, fee-free, and fantastic. See you soon, Fort Myers.
Is your yard looking cluttered with dead branches, overgrown limbs, or trees growing too close for comfort? At Joshua Tree, Inc., our team is here to handle all your tree care needs. Whether it's shaping, removal, or improving the health and safety of your landscape, we provide free consultations and estimates to find the perfect solution for you. When you're ready to revitalize your landscape, trust Joshua Tree for top-notch, reliable tree care services. Call 239-888-6817 or visit myjoshuatree.com. Let's make your trees and your landscape look their best. We're here to help. Getting you up.
Getting me started.
The Rise and Grind Morning Show, 7 to 10.
Hey, it's Ice Spice. Hi, I'm Billie Eilish. What's up?